Okay, well, hello everybody. We should be live. It'd be fantastic if we are. I just need to wait a few seconds for YouTube to catch up with me so I can go and disable the audio that comes on straight away on the other screen. There we go. That's that sorted out. And now I can read the chat as well. The usual idiot has already disliked this video. That is fine by me. It's all free advertising. So, let us go and maximize up the game. Also going to quickly check and see if it's actually announced the stream on my Discord channel. We've been working today to get a bot set up so that we can actually have the streams and live videos. That's the other thing. It's not just the streams, which is what most Discord bots do. This Discord bot called CouchBot actually tells you when I put a video live as well. So that is something that will be very, very useful to us. It might take a little bit of time for it to catch up. It doesn't go out straight away. Videos that are set live can take up to 15 minutes. But streams should go out within a minute or two, so people should get the notification that this stream is starting. So, with that said, I'm just going to sort of dither around for a minute or two while I give people a chance to get into this stream, as it doesn't look like the announcement has gone out just yet. We were doing some tests earlier. If you saw lots of videos popping up on the channel today saying this video is a test, please ignore. That's basically what we were doing. We were trying to make sure that it was actually working with published videos as well as just the streams. And it did seem to be working when I attempted it about 20 minutes ago. We did do a quick test stream earlier. You may have seen I streamed for about 1 minute. It was literally just to see if the notification things were working. It should work. But there does look like there is a bit of a delay. There's only one person watching at the moment, according to YouTube. I do not know who that one person is currently. There we go. I've just seen it pop up in the Discord. So that is all working as it should be. Absolutely excellent. And actually puts me live on multiple channels as well. That is brilliant. Exactly what I wanted it to do. Really, really pleased with that. If anybody wants some more information about that particular bot, if you want to use it in your own channel, by all means ask away and I will provide you with all of the information that you need to use that in your own Discord channel. So what are we going to do? Well, we've already done most of the research here. The only research we've got left to work on is the shipbuilding basics, and I think because this is a sort of an early, easy campaign, what I'd like to do is just get to a point where I can build the ship and get at least some, if not all, of my people off the planet. And then we can call it job done, go and play a different game. Now, one thing I do remember building in the last video, well, there was a couple of things in the last stream. We got the deep drilling, so we can actually drill the ground there, but component assembly, this is what I actually wanted here. So it allows you to build a component assembly bench. I think that's something that we actually need. I don't think we built one. Let's see if we can find it. Component assembly bench. 20 components of 400 steel. That is not an insignificant amount. Now the question is, where do we want to put that? I mean, we could get rid of the research bench soon. We don't have a lot of space to put it, and it takes up quite a bit of room. It's not a small, it's not a small thing. We could put it over here. That makes things a little bit cramped. It would work if it were next to a tool chest as well. I'm just trying to find somewhere I can put it that isn't going to consume too much space in the base. If that sentence kind of makes sense. So what I might do over here is tunnel some of this out. So what we'll just do, I'm going to order this one block to be mined out first, and we'll build a wall there, and then we can just to hold the roof up, and then we'll mine out a chunk behind it, and then hopefully we can utilize some of this space over here near the med bay. So that's kind of the plan for that one there. So we've got plenty of power. We do still keep getting attacked from time to time, but yes, the ability to actually go and get some more components will be good for us. Components and plasteel are the things that we are going to struggle with, I think. Quite a lot of things on the map that are forbidden. Not too sure why. Of course, we were doing some hunting. We could still mark some of these things for hunting, I suppose. Actually doing quite well on food. Got an injured timber wolf, but I'm not sure I want to prioritise that. Obviously, the bears are a little bit worrying as well, but normally if you stay away from the bears, they're not too bad. But yeah, turkeys are definitely easy pickings. Emus not so much, bears definitely not. So, stuff is getting done. Let us go up to speed 3. Batteries are still charging nicely. Now, somebody did mention that this windmill isn't working, which is quite correct. So we're going to go ahead and deconstruct it, as it's pretty useless for us. We'll reclaim some of the components for that one, which will be really nice. Someone's just checking something there. Ah, this posted my stream twice. That was weird. Okay. Well, you know, early days, still solving little bugs and bits and pieces. Anyway, what's going on here? We have hydroponics breakdown and a wind turbine, which is not good because it all uses more components. The hydroponic bays will get fixed. It's not like we're short of food at the moment. We were drilling somewhere. We were drilling over here. We probably won't get much more out of that. I think this was titanium. So we'll go ahead and move the drill at some point, and I'm hoping some of this stuff is maybe plasteel or components. Hello there, flying fish, how are you doing? I'm never quite sure how I should say your name, but I'm just reading it literally as I see it on the screen. Glad you could join us this evening. Hopefully we're going to get some people off the planet today. That's kind of what I am aiming for. Now, medicines, do they actually... Well, they deteriorate... Refrigerated. Yeah, it does need to be refrigerated. Normal medicine doesn't. Herbal medicine does. I have seen some people actually use a small stockpile in the med bay and actually just stockpile all of their stuff there, but you don't really need to. Right, that wants to be hauled away because what I want you to do is build a... It's only been a week since I played this and I've already forgotten what I'm doing. Limestone blocks, I'm going to assume we've still got millions of them. Go ahead and build a wall there, and then we will order all of this, or at least quite a bit of it, to be mined out, because we want to go ahead and put that other bench in somewhere out of the way. So we will have to build some pretty walls and floor everything up, but that's fine. Hello there, Ryan. To be honest, it's really the stream chat that I'm actually looking at. So if you want to chat here. I don't really have the Discord window open. Even with 2 monitors, you've only got so much space. No, you're totally spot on there, Carsten. It pretty much is a sci-fi version of Dwarf Fortress, obviously with better graphics, or even maybe a sci-fi version of Prison Architect, because it was the graphic style was inspired by Prison Architect, and in fact, the developer even asked permission from the Prison Architect devs to be able to use their art style in this game. But yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Is this all... this is sandstone. We'll try and match it all up. I'm not too sure how much sandstone we've got, to be honest. Now, we are quite far... yeah, not enough, so we can't do it with that. Let's just cancel that. We'll have to use limestone. We are actually quite far through in the game. Why are we having power issues here? What's going on? Are we... Yeah, the batteries are completely dead. That should not be happening. Let's make sure we've got the smeltery off, because that's using a lot of our power, so that's now turned off. Yeah, we suddenly lost a lot of power there, and it's just gone and killed off all the hydroponics. Someone's having a party. That is fine. Now, we have got the heaters on. It is winter, so we pretty much need to have the heaters on. Let's make sure people are still harvesting, because we're already losing a few crops because they're not getting done. Maybe we are going to need to get that... well, we have 3 geothermals coupled up. We really shouldn't be using that much... with one of our animals is eating corpses. Oh, well, that's not a particularly smart idea. We really don't need to be... hunting, to be honest, because we've got so much food going on. Let's go and start researching the antimatter reactor. So antimatter containment core to build a reactor to power the ship. So these things will take quite a while to do. We've got cargo pods, yeah. Free stuff. What have we got? We have steel. Okay. Well, steel is useful. And what do we have in the second cargo pods? We have wart. Brilliant. It is a new chair. I didn't quite get the amount that I wanted. Because I did get quite a few donations via the stream. However, it was my birthday on last Thursday. And I got a little bit of extra money from relatives and so have you. And I used that money to basically get a new chair. So while it isn't the exact one that I wanted, it is pretty close. And I'm pretty happy with it. It'll take a little bit of time to sort of get used to sitting on it. It's got a much higher back, as you can see. I'm actually leaning right back against the headrest now. I don't have to sort of slouch forward. So it is much more comfortable to work with. Let's go ahead and floor all of this. And it might be nice as well if we can get rid of these walls and just prettify things up. It doesn't make a huge deal of difference, if I'm perfectly honest, but it is always nice when you can make things look neater. Oh, not another fire starting spree. I really wish that he wouldn't do that, but it looks like he's going to anyway. He usually just goes off and deals with it somewhere out of the way. Looks like he's going to do it down here. I'm hoping there's not too much stuff for him to set fire to. Any fires he sets in the sort of home area, though, will instantly get put out. So that's not too much of a problem. We can't really do an awful... In fact, I'm actually happy if he just hangs around this area because he's not going to do any damage. Anything he sets on fire, we can just instantly put out. It's when he goes off down here and does something that it's going to cause a problem because we can't actually stop him down here. That's Frankie going down there to fire wildly at that turkey. Probably hit a bear along the way and get himself into all sorts of trouble. I mean, turkey hunting with an LMG. Oh, he did eventually get it. We've revealed an area, which is over here. There's actually... What's that we've got? That is compacted steel. It's not really what we need, but we'll tunnel it out anyway. What we want to do is just build some walls in here. Just try and make everything look a little bit more pretty if we can. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Yes, it's a bit of a mixed day for me, my birthday. It has been for quite some years because my father died on my 19th birthday, so it's kind of one of those days where you sort of think, well, part of me feels like, you know, it's my birthday, I should celebrate, and then part of me's like, well, it's also a, you know, a day sort of mixed with some negativity, so it's a little bit difficult always to know what to do on that particular day. We're still having massive power problems over here, which is a really big issue. I can't understand why we are using so much power. As we've got so much food going on, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn off all of these hydroponics bays. The hydroponics bays use a lot of power, so let's go ahead and get all of these bays turned off. This thing also uses a lot of power as well, which I suppose we don't actually need. Yeah, I suppose we don't actually need that on when we're not really using it. And that's turned off. Let me just double check and make sure that all of the geothermals are connected up, because I'm wondering why we're not getting much power coming in. Oh, we've got a broken power line here. That's what happened. When I removed the wind turbine, it broke this power line, which is separating both of these geothermals. So that fire starting spree, you're in bed now. That is fine. More cargo pods. Let's go and deal with those. Got a dead wolf there. Undo that. Where are my cargo? Oh, there's the cargo pods. Yo-yo, which is a narcotic. And we have a raid coming. We've got a couple of people here. We've got one with a pump shotgun, and we have another with frag grenades. The frag grenades are the potential problem here. Now, it really depends which way they try and come in. In fact, I've lost them. Where did they even go? There's Min. Oh, you're following in Min, are you? So you're shooting at my dog. I'd prefer you didn't. Ah, it shot our dog. Oh well. Not to worry. Where's the other guy gone? There were two. You're hanging around there. So they haven't actually started their attack yet. But we'll wait for it. If they come in here, we should be okay. They might just come and try and come over the wall. Right, they actually came in. The first one came in, the other one's running away. So straight away, that actually worked out for us. We're going to strip you, unforbid the grenades. And what is that we've got there? Some smoke leaf joints. Excellent. Well, that works out quite nicely for us. The corpse shouldn't be forbidden, so that should get hauled away. Well, that was a nice, simple raid. Yeah, it's always nice when they actually come in through the front door. Yeah, I've said this before. I'm so glad that ammo isn't a thing in this game, because if it was, I just don't know how we'd cope. Let's go and... Is this thing actually producing any power for us? We'll keep our eye on it. I haven't seen it going round. So maybe, again, it's a little bit of a waste of time. Our batteries are charging up now, though, which is a good thing. So we can go and turn this back on. We might turn the hydroponics bays back on later. Again, we'd still like to get a lot of this compacted steel. Not that we really need it, and we don't want to risk a collapse, but we do want to sort of... Oh, we're going to lose some heat here as well. So we've got to go ahead and box that in. So let's go ahead and get this done. And we'll get walls in here and here as well. We'll just get the rest of that steel, and then we'll close this off. But we do have the room now, however, to finally go and get our... where is it? The component assembly bench. So let's go ahead and turn that round and put it over here. We'll get ourselves a chair, just like a normal chair. Put that there. And where is the tool cabinet? If we put that here... I don't think it's showing at the moment because it hasn't been built. So we'll wait until it has been built. So, cryosleep caskets we can already build. Self-powered sarcophagus designed to keep a person in a state of suspended animation for many years. Is that part of the actual ship? No, because that's ship cryosleep caskets. It's a very specific thing. It's different. So, most of these walls are up. We can't get to that now, unfortunately, because it's in the way, stupidly. So, we need to just go and deconstruct these two bits of walls first. We have an escape pod. This is a new person we could get if we wanted to. Hello there, Francisca. Thanks very much for joining. Yeah, nothing too crazy's happened yet. Well, one raid, but they ran straight in through the front door and just got wrecked by the deadfall traps. The mod for ammo, well, having ammo wouldn't be that bad if people could actually shoot straight. And one thing I've learnt in this game is people cannot shoot straight. So who is this guy? He's got some mining ability, some growing, some construction. He's incapable of dumb labour, which means that he can't actually can't haul and can't clean. But he's a night owl, and also is an explosives expert, which just gives him mining and research. I think we might actually go and rescue this person. Min, go and... Now, if you rescue them, I think that makes them... I think if you rescue somebody, they have a they decide whether they stay or not. So we'll go ahead and capture, because if we capture, we can just basically coerce them to come and join us. So let's get that going on. Yeah, the refrigerators are really sort of filling up at the moment. Again, we still want to get most of this mined out where possible. Get all of that lovely steel. It's definitely going to be required for the spaceship anyway. The thing is, though, and this is what I find weird about it, I would hate to have ammo management in this game. However, look at something like XCOM. I used to love the original 1990s XCOM. I loved the fact that you had to buy or produce your own ammunition and your own grenades and things like that. And I was so disappointed in the Firaxis remake of XCOM, where all of that stuff was removed, and it was all basically supplied for free. Megasloth Revenge, we've never actually managed to tame one of these damn things. Min, you need to kind of run away. And by kind of run away, what I'm suggesting is you need to run away. Because that Megasloth's going to hurt you. Now, luckily, the Megasloth's being attacked by the dog. We also need to go ahead and unforbid that. But I'm hoping that the Megasloth will follow us through here. Now, it has hit a lot of the traps. Now, that didn't actually help. Frankie, maybe you want to... How much health has that Megasloth got? Enough. Let's go ahead and recruit you. Let's see if we can get you... I don't know, the guns are quite far away. Let's go ahead and just get everybody in Area 1. The same should go for the animals, really. I've really got to stop trying to tame these things. And you guys get over here as quick as possible. And the guns should take it out. So we're in... Yeah, it's already out. Fantastic. Yeah, it's dead. Brilliant. So let's go ahead and unrecruit you two guys. And remember to unrestrict everybody. Because we've got a terrible habit. You don't need to sleep quite that much, surely. I've got a terrible habit of forgetting to unrestrict people and then wonder why nothing ever gets done. So that's that sorted, and we've got a lot of meat now. With that Megasloth meat, we've got to go ahead and reset all those traps, but they're on auto reset, so somebody should go and deal with that. So meat's not going to be a problem for a long time. Right, I want this filled in. I want that dug out. I want that built. There's like a million things I want everybody to get done right now, so... But that's fine. How was that drill going? I assume we've cleared that area out now. We can't just move the drill. We actually have to deconstruct it and then build it somewhere else. So maybe we'll go ahead and build it over here somewhere. In fact, we can actually build one right over there. It's next to power. We might even get something useful from it. We don't know what is below it until we actually start drilling. All we know is that there's something there. Let's go ahead and make sure that everybody's harvesting as well. There's a lot of stuff here that needs harvesting. So the drill is built, and we have chem fuel. Okay. So resource we don't actually have or really need. Yeah, once those turrets get going, it is really, really useful. I'm still not entirely convinced that this is doing anything. So we're going to go and deconstruct it as well. But what I am going to do is make sure... that we do have... Yes, this is on its own power, so we don't have to worry about that one. That's fine then. Good stuff. This bench is now built, so if we go into miscellaneous and build one of these tool cabinets, there we go. So that will link up with that. So, do we actually have to do anything with this? We just add bills, I suppose. So, make components. Components, what do we make them with? Requires the skills below. None of your colonists have these skills, so nobody Oh, nobody has crafting 10. We need to have crafting 10. Okay, and what does it require? Just steel. So we need somebody with 10 crafting. Wow. Yeah, that we don't have. Bugger. Let's go and turn that off. So who has the highest crafting out of anybody? You've got 4. 4. 2. 9. Min is on 9. 1, 3, 0, 5. Min. You are currently idle. I think you are going to be doing more crafting. So, craft is now a high priority for you. You're also on high priority for research, but you're not the only person. Let's knock your tailor down a little bit. If we can get you doing some crafting, then maybe we can get that up a little bit higher. We'll get all this walled off soon as well. As soon as we get the rest of this steel. because we're going to need a lot of components. There are no mods. I'm using no mods at all. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, most of those trees were built before... Oh, God, there's even more iron. Steel. Most of those turbines were built before I had the geothermal generators, so I don't really need the turbines now. We're producing more than enough power with just the geothermal. So I'm not really that bothered. I'd sooner just reclaim the components at this point, to be honest. So we do need to keep our eye on that. It won't take long for that all to get drilled out anyway. We stopped giving people mining jobs constantly. The traps all got reset, which is fantastic. Right, finally we've got all the steel. So let's go ahead and just build a limestone wall in there, just so that it all looks nice and neat again. It's kind of the plan. I'm not sure if tailoring is crafting, because tailoring has its own... Tailoring has its own thing. No, it is crafting. No, you're right, it is crafting skill. I thought it was separate because tailoring was separate, but in that case, let's go ahead and put her on... where are you, Min? And put you on 1 for tailor as well. Because if we can get... Actually, how close is she? Crafting... Oh, she's a long way off. A very long way off. And she doesn't have any passion for it as well, which means she only learns at sort of 33%. I think... Now, your research is 8. Who else have I got on research? I have got Zippy. Zippy's research is... Well, Zippy's is 20, so Zippy's the only one that should be doing research. So, if we go to Min, we're going to take you off research. Zippy should be doing like nothing but research all the time, which is fine because that is what Zippy's doing, and Zippy goes fast. And oh, we have an affair. Isel married to Omar has begun an affair with Leving. Oh, you hussy! So we've got more steel in here that we can get as well. So let's go ahead and get all of that stuff. Not that we really need it. We've got plenty of steel now. What I'd like to find is plasteel. That's the thing that we're sort of really missing a lot of at the moment, is actually getting some plasteel deposits. But we might have to just keep doing that with the drill, moving it around on these different deposits until we find something that is actually plasteel. I'm assuming it's going to be one of the smaller deposits. Assuming you can get plasteel from these deposits. But we've got plenty of food to go around. Again, we could always try and... There's loads of rock we can still mine out. I mean, look at all this stuff here. There's so much rock here. There's bound to be plasteel in there. It's just how far are we willing to mine in to get to it. And we can't get to that because there's one block there that we haven't done. So we might have to make these channels deeper and just see what we can find. So there we go. We'll get some mining sorted now. Frankie and Levin are both idle. Levin, what are you set to do? Warden. Well, we can put your wardening up. That's fine. Hauling, cleaning. There's always going to be hauling and cleaning to do. You can construct. You can mine as well. We'll put them as a secondary priority for you. Because we've got plenty of people doing all of that, so that should be okay. Plasteel is on the surface. Well, I haven't seen any of it at all in this entire campaign. So the question is, does it also spawn under the ground? But yeah, I've not... There's certainly been no plasteel that I've spotted in the rocks. Is that what you mean when you say it's on the surface? As in you actually see it on the edge of the rocks? Because I've not seen any. Loads of steel and other stuff, just no plasteel. We've not even had that much compacted machinery either. But this is the reason why I'm continuing to, you know, mine out all of the steel that I find, just in an attempt maybe to go and try and find some plasteel hidden somewhere in the rocks. So Frankie, well you are our hunter. What have we? But we don't really need that much food right now. We could put you on crafting, but we don't really need to. Let's go ahead and put you on mining as secondary. Because everyone can help with mining, that's not a bad thing. So with a couple of people now with some mining sort of queued up, let's go ahead and make these bigger. And hopefully we'll be able to find... That's not what I want to do, is it there? That's not going to help anybody. I have to cancel that one. But I'm hoping that we find somewhere in these walls some plasteel. It can spawn underground as well. Brilliant. Hopefully we will find some. We found some... Oh, we've actually found some compacted machinery. Excellent. I don't want to make these walls too thin, because I don't want to end up with people getting... sort of getting into the base this way, because we've already had people trying that once before. So we've got to be a little bit careful with that. We are going to need a few more graves as well. Finished the research, so let's go for the antimatter propulsion. And yes, I was trying to build some graves before I was rudely interrupted there, so let's just make sure we've got a few... In fact, we'll probably just start another row. Sure, somebody will get that done. Not too sure how many more raids we're going to have between now and the end of the game, but it's always worth having some. So... We are... where is the drill? Have we... No, we've still got a few more bits there. Got an eclipse. Well, that's not too much of a problem. Our power's not really solar. What's this we've struck up here? This is slate. Slate is not something we particularly want. You're not getting out of there, which is good. It's because I haven't set you to chat and recruit, which is what I should be doing. Completely forgotten about that. So let's try and get you recruited. Now then, power is good. So let's go ahead and turn all of the hydroponics back on. Do we really want... We can turn the smelter back on, I suppose. At least if we've got it on, then people can actually use it and get some skill ups. Now, what are we in? We are in spring. We probably don't need that heater on. I'm going to leave it on. In fact... These heaters probably aren't needed. It's quite toasty indoors. Let's go ahead and turn these heaters off. We'll leave the one on in here because this is where we are getting the beer, essentially. What we do need over here, though, that we haven't got, is a door. So let's go and put that in. So some more mining will get done. Again... Let's just make sure everything is getting harvested. We don't need stuff rotting on us. Yeah, finding some interesting stuff. Strawberry plants rotting. So yeah, there's a few bits and pieces that we've missed out on there. So we need a space. We need a space where we can build the spaceship. Which may well end up being down in this area here. This is probably the most space we're going to have that is in an indoor area. So let's make sure we just mine out some of this stuff. Hopefully we don't get a collapse, but we want to make ourselves a bit of space. So let's try and level this area out if we can. We should be alright down there. And have we found anything else interesting up there? No. And people do keep using this from time to time. I'm going to leave the steel for now because we've actually got lots of steel. Nearly 4,000 steel. But yeah, plasteel is very, very low. Maybe we'll be lucky and get a trader. If we get a trader, that'll help us out quite a lot, actually. Ah, psychic drone for females. Well, we don't really need that right now. There's not much we can do about it, so we'll just have to wait. So as long as we don't get a cave in down there. What's this that we've got? Just dirt. Slate tile. Well, it's just slate wall. We could go ahead and get rid of that, but again, don't really need to. Issues with PayPal going bonkers and not paying the Patreon account. So you mean me not actually getting payment from people? There's been a couple of people this month that have declined. There was a couple of people last month that declined as well. I mean, it happens every now and then. And especially when it happens just after Christmas, I usually assume that, you know, maybe some people have got empty bank accounts after Christmas, or they've just let something lapse and forgotten about it, so I don't usually chase it up. But yeah, there have been a few, I think there was 2 this month that didn't go through, and there were 2 last month that didn't go through. But you can actually go through and manually make the payment, I believe. I've got one particular patron who every single month gets declined, but he still pays up like a week later. So that's maybe just an issue with poor timing as far as payments go. But yeah, PayPal can be a little bit strange. I've had several issues with PayPal doing weird stuff. So for example, if somebody uses my... if somebody uses the Streamlabs link below this video to give me a donation... via credit card or via PayPal, it usually goes through instantly. Now, I've had 2 or 3 donations from Foundation Afro. You can see his name down here somewhere. There's one there. 2 or 3 donations from Foundation Afro, which for some reason don't come up on the stream. And the reason for that is, instead of it just being automatically accepted, I actually get an email saying that I've had a donation, but I have to log into PayPal and manually accept the donation before it will appear. Now, maybe that's because he's in Canada and it pays in Canadian dollars, whereas the currencies that I normally deal with is US dollars or British pounds. But it's still weird how it acts that way for Canadian dollars, but nothing else. We have an exotic goods trader. You're actually on the map. So, Min, you're going to go and speak to said exotic goods trader. I think I've spoke to the right person there. So, but yeah, Patreon was doing some weird stuff. Let me just have another quick look at my Patreon and see if the ones that hadn't gone through have gone through. Because it only started... it only started charging my Patreons this month, today. And for Flying Fish, I think yours is one of the ones that's currently saying it's declined. So, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they'll try it. Sometimes what they do is they try and take payment, and if it doesn't go through, they try again later on. So, you know, I normally give people the benefit of the doubt if it doesn't go through. I know most of the time it's just stupid technical issues. So, first of all, Plasteel, do you have any? You have components at a reasonable price. Let's have them all. And Plasteel. Oh, you've also got bionic eyes and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, Patreon's been doing weird stuff recently. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's sell our chem fuel, because I don't think we need it. So that makes us a lot of money. A lot of money from selling that chem fuel. Glad we found it. So we bought all the components. Glitterworld medicine. There's only one, but it's worth having. Plasteel. They do have some. Not much, but we can afford to buy it all. I don't think we need most of the rest of it. We've got a lot of dead man's clothes here that we should get rid of everything. And all the stuff that is poor quality. Because we're not really using it. So let's just get rid of everything that's a bit tatty or poor quality. We could go ahead and buy a lot of the gold. We'd lose a little bit of money, but might be worth having the gold for something later on. So let's go ahead and do that. I think that'll be fine for us. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't trying to name and shame you or anything there. But I struggle to find ways to directly communicate with people. I do sometimes send messages directly to people through Patreon, but they don't always seem to get them. I've sent many messages out via Patreon to my supporters and had like no reply from them. The Pyro is Frankie, I think. Yeah, he's incapable of firefighting. He's the pyromaniac. Why? Is he doing something he shouldn't be? But yeah, once again there for Flying Fish, I do apologise. I wasn't trying to name and shame you, but I just wanted to draw your attention to it in case it was some sort of technical issue and you hadn't spotted it. Because there's nothing worse than... I mean, I feel terrible that, you know, Afro's donated to me twice and or 3 times, and on none of those occasions did it come up on the stream. And I didn't realise until after the stream had ended, so... You know, I'm hoping that that issue sort of gets resolved. But yeah, again, I do apologise for that. So, ship. We can build the ship reactor. Yeah, 500 plasteel. Powers a ship on its journey through space. A structural beam around which the ship can be constructed. So, we need a lot of plasteel before we can start doing anything else. Plasteel's going to be the problem. Yeah, so we're not really bothered about any of this. Well, we certainly haven't found any plasteel. At the risk of finding something scary into the darkness of the map. I mean, again, there's so many places where we could run into something. It's a little bit sort of worrying going out this far. Because you never know what you're going to run into. But yeah, we found no plasteel at all so far. Trade caravan is leaving. Yeah, I don't know whether the issue lies with Patreon itself or whether it lies with PayPal, but there is definitely something strange going on. I had terrible problems getting the whole Discord integration thing working as well. That was causing me a headache for the last 2 days. Luckily, I've got that sorted out now, but yeah, it was an issue that shouldn't have been an issue, to be honest. It should have been a lot easier than it was. Let's go to zones and areas. Let's go and expand the roof area and make sure everything is covered in. This bit out here is oh, that's a no roof area. That's not what we want. We want that to be a roof area. This one needs to be indoors. The indoors area should be indoors. It's fairly standard. That should all be fine. This is all indoors. That's indoors. Okay, the ship can be outdoors, I think. That's not a problem at all. And then, yeah, we're just sort of mining out here. What have we found? Sandstone. Sandstone wall, though, funnily enough. We've actually found wall here. That's very interesting, isn't it? Got to be careful here. We might run into the ancient danger. Quill 18 Canadian dollars. My PC health? What do you mean by my PC health? My health or my PC's health? Oh, the new PC's been absolutely fine. I've not had... In fact, actually, I've had one crash. Which was... What was I running? There was a specific game that I was playing and it caused it to crash, and I can't remember what it was. Compacted machinery, we'll have that. I can't even remember what I was playing now. It was something the other day that I was trying out, and it just... The machine completely fell on its arse and locked up completely. Was it Armour? No, it was Battlefield. It was Battlefield 1. I was trying to get Battlefield 1 to move from one monitor to the other, and it just completely froze my PC. But that's Battlefield for you. Ah, so the reason you can't get through there is because you actually have to deconstruct that. I'm with you. Now, what does claim do? Claim neutral structures for the colony, including ancient ruins and abandoned siege bases. Claim structures can be repaired and maintained by your colonists. Interesting. There can't be that much there. It's only one tiny little piece of wall. Why do we have 2 people injured? What did I miss? What was I not watching? What happened here? Stab scar? Oh, bruise, human left fist. Did these guys get into a fight? I'm going to assume they got into a fight. I didn't see that happen, so I assume that's what it was. Oh, yeah, I was... it was actually when I first got it. I was trying to see what I could run, because It's one of those instances where you get a new machine and you take all of the games that you've had for a while and you think to yourself, well, it used to run on my old machine, but it didn't run at full settings, or it only ran at low FPS or whatever. So I decided, let's go and really give it a test and see what it'll run. So I decided to try and load up Total War Warhammer, and I ran the benchmark test, which is basically just a large-scale battle where the camera moves around automatically and focuses on various different things. But what I did was I ran it over both monitors using nVidia's sort of... it's got a very specific name, but I ran it over both monitors, so it was technically running in 3840 by 1080. And it did stutter a little bit. I mean, it ran it. It did run it at a fairly decent frame rate, but every now and then it did spit and stutter quite a bit. No, because that was Omar. Omar was, I think it was, Omar's wife was having an affair with Levin, but this fight was between Zippy and Gay. So yeah, although Gay's a little bit of a druggie, so maybe that was the reason. I don't know. Have we discovered anything exciting up here yet? It's a little bit weird that we just found a tiny bit of wall and nothing else. Solar flare, that's a pain. Luckily we're in the spring, so it's, you know, the weather's fairly temperate. We have a new recruit. Finally, we've got Alice now. Do we have enough bedrooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and the double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there should be just enough bedrooms. No doubt somebody else will get killed at some point. Send them on a suicide mission. Somebody might end up dying. We've got cargo pods. Jump to location. We have... oh, packaged survival meals. That's useful at this late stage in the game. So let's make sure we've got... now then, Alice, I believe, she's the new one. I believe she's a night owl. She is, so she prefers to work during the day. Oh, sorry, work during the night and sleep at day. So let's go and... we'll put her on the same shift as Ben, pretty much. So you're going to sleep there. And we also need to assign her to various things. Now, obviously, these always want to be 1. Don't really need you wardening. You can construct. We'll put you on number 2 for that, though. You can grow. And you can mine. You can art, which we're not too bothered about, because we don't really have anywhere for you to art. So we'll just leave it at that. I still keep looking at these colonists as an extra mouth to feed sometimes. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that there are some people that are just genetically disposed to punching each other. Looks like you are short of some clothing there. You have a hat and a shirt, but no pants. Well, there should be some made. I think there's some we've got. Bills. Make pants. Yeah, pants is next on the list. So there should be some available at some point. So that is fine. And we have a Boomalope self-tamed. Yeah, not particularly happy about that one. However, what we could do... where's the Boomalope? Let's train it to release. Because it's always fantastic when you send a Boomalope out to go and destroy someone. What we can also do for the time being is... we can make... right, let's do this. Let's be clever about this. Let's make... where is it? Miscellaneous. Nope. Zone and area. What am I looking for? Animal sleeping spot. Right there. Zone and area. Animals. Manage areas. New area. And this is area 2. We're going to call this area Boom. And boom. How can I set that area? Because I just want to make that area out here to keep the boomalope away from everywhere else. What have I got going on over here? Just random emails. Get rid of those. Okay. So. Oh yeah, I do it from this, don't I? So. Should see that area. Ah, no, that's the wrong one. Let's get rid of that. We need new animal area. There we go. And this one is going to be boom. So that's boom. And then you are going to be assigned to boom. And boom is like there. So that should keep you away from anything that's likely to explode. That's kind of the plan that I'm going for there. Frankie I set to sleep during the day, was it? Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Why did I do that? That was silly. Well spotted. I'm liking Warcraft 3 so far. Mostly because I really like the lore of WoW, and it's going to be nice to go back and see that. I'm one of those people that sometimes I will put off playing an older game because I am a little bit of a graphics snob. I did say to the guy that built my PC, I said to Pierre earlier today, it's a really expensive top-of-the-range gaming PC and I'm playing a game from 15 years ago. But no, I am enjoying it. I did think about playing some Company of Heroes, which is a much tougher game, but obviously it's much more modern. Well, the second one anyway. I do own the first one, but I don't know where the discs are. And that may well still be something that I play at some point later on. But yeah, for the meantime, I just thought, well, yeah, let's give Warcraft 3 a go, because I've had people telling me for ages that it's a really good game, and I don't doubt it. But I thought, yeah, I'll try and get back into some RTS games again. And I did say at the start of that video, the thing that put me off from RTS was playing StarCraft 2, because as much as I love StarCraft 2, I think it's a fantastic game, but it's just so difficult because it's one of those games where if you can't macro manage what's going on, if you don't learn all the shortcut keys and learn to do about 300 actions per minute, you get totally screwed over. So that kind of put me off for a while. Right, hopefully we'll find something exciting and nothing dangerous. But yes, I am liking Warcraft 3. I haven't got very far at the moment. I've only played the first two missions, the tutorial missions. So I'm still yet to do the actual main campaign, but I'll be starting that tomorrow. That's the plan anyway. Or I'll start recording it tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is still going to be the second tutorial video. So we are fermenting. I got the first Company of Heroes somewhere. It's lying around on disc. I have no idea where it is. Company of Heroes 2 I played for a bit. Oh, I found a wall. Company of Heroes 2 I found for a bit, but again, I found it quite challenging and never really went back to it. I will do at some point though. Oh, we found a room. And what is that there? Plasteel. We have found plasteel. Now this room could be dangerous. We've got to be careful here, but we can go out and mine that plasteel. Little bits and pieces of this room actually missing. We could go and use it, but I don't think we will. I think we'll just get the resources. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find in here, do you? So again, this looks like a lot of compacted... That's a big vein of compacted steel we've got right there. Got an idle colonist. That is Omar. Why aren't you doing anything? What are you supposed to be doing? Let's keep on with the research. Research is nearly all done. Once the research is done, then we can get rid of the research table, I think. Omar, you are smithing, crafting. You can go on to growing, I suppose. Put that on number 2, just in case you get bored. Oh, would you look at this? We've found even more compacted steel. We have a heat wave. Well, that's not good. Let's start by turning that heater off. And we probably... I think these coolers are already on. So we should be okay. We've got a heat wave and blight. Fantastic. VR. The thing... I've been talking to a friend of mine about VR a couple of days ago, or yesterday maybe even been. He's actually a games developer, and he used to work for Evolution Studios, which was basically Sony Liverpool, and he used to make first-party games for the PlayStation. And he actually worked on Drive Club. He was one of the level designers. And he's just recently started working for a new game developer. I can't remember the name right now. But he was talking about VR. And as I said to him, the problem I have with VR at the moment is, first of all, there isn't much available for it. You've either got technical demos, or you've got the really trashy early access shovelware that's on Steam, where people are just trying to cash in. Before I actually get VR, I want to be in a position where there's lots of good AAA titles for VR, and I want it to be on its second, third, or fourth generation where the technology's better, and also where it's a lot cheaper. Because at the moment, you know, I've always been an early adopter of technology, and I don't want to pay close to $1,000 for the first generation tech. Oh, we have a mad animal. I don't want to pay nearly $1,000 for first generation tech and then have nothing that is compatible with it, only for the second or third generation to come along in a year or two's time, be half the price. And what you usually find then is that the software that comes out isn't even compatible with Generation 1 tech. I mean, I used to work for Sony, and I was working for Sony when high definition first came out. I was working for Sony when for 1080p full high definition came out. I was working for Sony when the Blu-ray player came out. I was working for Sony when 3D came out. And the problem is, what always happens is that a newer version comes out. Omar, you were supposed to be running away. Can you run away better? Let's go and just recruit you and do this manually, because you seem a little bit dumb. No, don't stop and shoot it. Just go and get indoors. Before you get yourself killed. What are you doing, Azal? People be dumb. Frankie, get out here with your LMG. Come on. I will have a look before I record tomorrow. I pretty much check my comments daily, and I'm constantly checking my emails anyway. So I'm always trying to see what the comments are. I do check my comments very often. Hopefully we can take this emu down quite quickly. It is injured already. There we go. It's down. So you can be unrecruited. You can go and seek some medical attention. We will unrestrict everybody. Let's unrestrict you. That'll get killed off. Everyone can go and get healed. But yeah, I'd love to play some decent Star Trek games. The Bridge Commander thing does look fantastic. But here's the other thing, right? Well, go back to what I was saying before. Like I said, I worked for Sony when the Blu-ray player first came out. And I remember the very first Blu-ray player we had. It was the BDPS1. And it cost, I think it was about £400 or £500 in the United Kingdom. It was about $700 or $800 in the US. And the thing was huge. It was about the size of an old 1980s VHS recorder. It must have been, well, you can't really do it on the camera. It must have been somewhere like almost 60, no, maybe 50 centimeters wide. And it must have been getting on for 15 centimeters deep, and it weighed an absolute ton. I bet it was at least sort of 3 kilos. I mean, it was brushed steel. It looked amazing, and it was so expensive, and fair few people bought them. And then within only a couple of months, there was a second generation of Blu-ray players that were really slim, really small, really light, and a lot of the Blu-rays, the new discs, won't play on those Generation 1 players because they don't have HDMI 1.3 support. They don't have support for a lot of the Java that is loaded on the Blu-ray discs that controls the menu systems and stuff like that. And I'm very much concerned that the same thing's going to happen with VR. I wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on VR only to find out that a few years down the line the software's not going to be compatible with it. But other than that and the cost, I would love a VR setup. I would absolutely love it. And I'm a big Trekkie. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. I mean, I'm a massive sci-fi geek, a big Trekkie, and I would absolutely love to play a new Bridge Commander game. It'd be absolutely fantastic. I really struggle finding good games that are based on things like Star Trek and things like that. I did play Star Trek Online for a while. I played it when it first came out. I wasn't terribly impressed with it. It did become better. I mean, over the years, they have made a lot of changes to it. Obviously, it went free to play, but the servers are really, really laggy. It's a terribly laggy game to play. But yeah, I've played a lot of the Star Trek games over the years. There was one particular one that I really used to love where you just flew around in a ship. And you flew around in... like, the camera was behind the ship. And you could turn the ship and fire. And you had to work the shields and board the ships. And I can't remember which game it was. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't one of the Bridge Commander ones. You weren't actually inside the bridge. Everything was controlled from outside the ship. But I used to absolutely love that game. Elite Force 2 as well. I never played the first Elite Force, but Elite Force 2 was an absolutely brilliant game. I really loved that one as well. The thing is, I mean, I dread to think the amount of time that I spent on World of Warcraft. And as you know, playing an MMORPG is a huge time investment. You've really got to have a lot of time if you want to start playing an MMORPG. But yeah, I mean, I actually went back to Star Trek Online 2 or 3 times, and every time I went back, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And then I went back sometime last year and had a bit of a go of it, and I got further in the game than I'd ever got before. And then I got to the main hub, and then all of a sudden, the game just became ultra laggy, and I thought, yeah, I can't do this. I appreciate that it's free to play, so they're probably not spending as much money on server maintenance, but I cannot play a game on a server that is that laggy. And oh my god, this chair is so comfortable. I've been sitting here for an hour already, and I don't have backache because I'm actually leaning against the backrest. This chair was the best investment ever. It actually fully reclines. It'll go back 100, the full 90 degrees, and it's also got a footstool as well, which I can't use because obviously the desk's in the way. But it's such an excellent chair to have. So thank you for all the donations that helped me out with getting this, because it's going to save my back and hopefully means I'll be able to stream on a more regular basis, which is now the reason why we've gone back to the video lighting goal, because I'm still having a bit of trouble. As you can see, the microphone's kind of... where's my mic? The microphone's kind of got this sort of fuzzy thing going on, and this is because I was really struggling to get the light balance right. If we go slightly too far in one direction, I start to disappear, and slightly too far in the other direction, the green screen appears, so it's really hard to get that right. Okay, Francisca, thanks very much for dropping by. I will see you next time. Always good to talk to you. Artemis Bridge Simulator. I've got a little story for you here for Flying Fish. I've played Artemis Bridge Simulator. I've only played it once. And I went to a convention. There's a convention in the UK for Elite Dangerous. Because I used to play a bit of Elite Dangerous. And there is a community of people called Lave. They all hang around the Lave station in Elite Dangerous. And they've got their own website. They do their own podcasts called Lave Radio. Most of it is administered by an author called Alan Stroud. You might have heard of him. He's also a professor of literature at, I want to say, Buckinghamshire University. That might not be right, but anyway. And every year they host a convention called LaveCon. Now, I had the opportunity to go to that convention the year before last. The main reason I went is because I met up with Julian Gollop, who is the creator of Chaos Reborn, the original XCOM, Rebel Star, Laser Squad. He also worked on one of the Ghost Recon games for the DS, I think. He was also the creative director on Assassin's Creed Liberty. And he's a personal friend of mine. And but the thing is, we've only sort of, our relationship has been entirely online. So he lives in Sofia in Bulgaria. So he was coming over to LaveCon to promote Chaos Reborn, and as I'd been helping him promote that game on the channel, this was the perfect opportunity for me to go and meet up with him, because it was only like 40-minute drive away. So one of the things they were doing at this convention is they actually had a room running Artemis Bridge Simulator, and they had a captain's chair and a big screen for the captain, and they had 4 or 5 sort of tables set up around the room, all sort of facing each other, with the screens for the rest of the crew. But they got the entire room rigged with speakers and flashing lights and strobes. So every time we put the shields up or went to red alert, the lights would turn red, and you'd hear all of the explosions, and the whole room rumbled and everything. So it was a competition. There were several teams. There were about 8 different teams that took on the scenario, and the team that I was in actually won. We took the prize for the for that particular scenario, and Julian Gollop, the creator of XCOM, was my captain in that thing. So that was absolutely fantastic. That was like one of the highlights for 2015 for me, was going and doing that. And I don't know if I have it close by. No, I can't see it right now. Oh, green screen. My head was going green. I have to see if I can find it for next time. But somewhere I've still got the metal. It's like a dog tag trophy that we got for winning that. I'll have to try and find that. But yeah, that was a really fun thing. But that is the first and only time I've played Artemis Bridge Simulator. And in fact, after doing that and speaking to Julian, he actually said that he was considering buying copies of it for his development team to use it as a sort of a staff training team building exercise. Okay, I'm not sure whether that's Greek or Cyrillic, but I don't read either, so this looks like random squiggles to me. Now, what was the other thing somebody mentioned up there? MMO talk. City of Heroes. I'm not familiar with City of Heroes. It's not one that I have heard of. We have a fire. Oh, it's probably a lightning strike. That's gone out anyway. We do have it is raining with the thunderstorm, so that is going to basically help with that. I'm shouting quite a lot. If I move the mic a little bit closer, then maybe I can be a little bit quieter. We have another raid. Oh, there's 3 of them this time. Okay, so what have we got here? We have... you have a machine pistol. You have frag grenades. You have a pistol. Now, the only one I'm really worried about is the frag grenade. Because for anybody else to do anything, they've got to get inside the wall. Well, they can chip at the wall, but most of the people have got to get inside the wall. They are attacking straight away, actually. So with that in mind, let's get everybody into Area 1. Let's get all of the animals into Area 1, with the exception of the Boomalope, because that's on the other side of the map anyway. Hopefully they're just going to come straight in through the door, and they are. 2 of them dead. The other one's going to run away. Brilliant. We've got a bit of a ship chunk here. Let's go ahead and get that. And these guys want to be stripped. And get you to strip. Don't consume human corpse. We don't want to do that. And we will undo those, and we'll just unrestrict everybody. I do like it when raids go that easily. Now, here's the other thing with VR. Oh, that fire could be a little bit of a problem. Where is our home area? That is the home area, so they should actually come over here and put that fire out. Yeah, they are doing. It went out on its own anyway. The only other concern I've got with VR is if they make games for VR, will they actually make them so that they're just as fun to play if you don't have a VR system? I mean, for me, I think it's a little bit silly for developers to make a game that pretty much requires VR, because as such a small portion of the PC gaming community have a VR setup, you're really limiting your audience. But at the same time, I don't want to play a game that is made with VR in mind and plays absolutely terrible on a normal monitor. If you remember when 3D movies was a thing, this is one of the issues that it often had, because they'd make movies with 3D in mind and everything was so exaggerated and overdone and over the top. Let's go ahead and get rid of those trees there. Orders. Cut plants. And we will floor that. Why do you need steel for concrete? We've got plenty of steel though, so we could go ahead and do that. So get rid of all those trees. See, COH to me is just Company of Heroes. It came out a few months before WoW. NCSoft. NCSoft are the same... Are NCSoft the same people that did Guild Wars? NCSoft rings a bell. But yeah, I don't recall. We don't recall it. Somebody joins us. What joins us? Oh, dromedaries. They're just wandering around, are they? Oh, both of them are ours? Apparently both of them are ours. We've inherited a couple of camels somehow. So I don't know why. So we're going to train Omar has a boomalope, which we're going to basically set loose on people. In fact, that boomalope is supposed to be restricted to the boom area in case it goes boom. That was kind of the point of that. So here's a question. That random boom rat there. Do we now have enough components to build... Oh, ship parts is under ship, I suppose. Ship reactor, no, we're still really short on plasteel. Not too far off, though. 481, we are close. And we are still mining some more out up there. That's good. Lights out. Hello there, how are you doing? Yeah, I thought it was NCSoft that, was it NCSoft and ArenaNet that did Guild Wars? There's been so many MMORPGs I've tried over the years, though. To be honest, World of Warcraft was the first one I ever played, and although many people see it as sort of cartoony, and, you know, there are some people that really hate on World of Warcraft, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time with World of Warcraft. And every other MMORPG that I've tried since, I've just never found anything that held my attention as much as WoW did. And I tried Guild Wars 2. I played the hell out of it for a couple of weeks and then just sort of got bored. Tried Star Trek Online. I tried the Star Wars one for a while. There was another one I played. I think it was Tabula Rasa. I played that for about a day. And that was a game as well where you had to buy the boxed copy and you got 1 month of free play time. But I literally played it for a day and then never went back to it because it was just horrible. The community was horrible as well. One more thing to research and then we are done. So yeah, there was Tabula Rasa and what else did I play? Trying to think, but I can't. There was definitely another one in there as well somewhere. But it's gone out of my head. I've got mixed feelings about this new new Star Trek show because it feels like they've changed an awful lot in order to just try and come up with something new. Now, it might work out, but it might be a total disaster. And as a comparison, compare something like Stargate. If you look at Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis, they were both brilliant series. Then years later, they tried to resurrect it with Stargate Universe that was a good program, but it was just too different from the original for people to really get to grips with it. And as a result, it got axed after 2 seasons. So I'm a little bit worried that that's going to happen. Ah, not beavers. Those damn beavers. Right, we don't want to tag the boomerlope for hunting, because shooting at the boomerlope is not a good idea. But we do want to kill the beavers. So let's get those guys marked up. Maybe we should stop telling them to mine out all this steel. Oh, EVE Online I used to play as well. That was another MMORPG, I guess, technically. So I did play that for a bit. And then I tried some of the other ones briefly. I tried Terra. Terra Online. There was one that Sony did called Dragon's Prophet, I think. And then there was another one that came out quite recently. Well, not quite recently. It was probably last year. Which had a sort of a Terra Online feel. And I cannot remember what that was called. I've got a friend of mine. He's sometimes in the chat. His name's Azumo. You might see him pop up. I think he actually comes up as Chopstick in the chat. And he's a big fan of MMORPGs, and he very often tries to get me into new and different ones. And a lot of the time I will try them for a short time and then suddenly realise that I don't actually enjoy it all that much. But I give them a go anyway. Beaver Genocide, yes. No, the Star Wars one was, is it the Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic or whatever it's called? Spreadsheets in Space, that is EVE Online. The thing that I dislike about EVE Online is I don't really like PvP play. When I used to play World of Warcraft, I used to play on a PvE server. Now, the problem with EVE Online is there is no PvE server. And yes, there are areas of space where you can hang around where you're relatively safe, but you're not guaranteed to be safe. And if you want to actually get anywhere in the game, if you want to get the highest level techs and the highest level blueprints and the high level raw materials to build stuff, you have to go into low-sec space. And what usually happens is, unless you're part of a massive corporation, which is basically like a big guild, and you go everywhere with a huge armed escort, you'll go through a jump gate and get instantly destroyed by pirates the moment you go through the jump gate. So that put me off playing EVE Online. Especially as I did join one corporation once. I only joined a small one. I didn't want to be part of a big corporation because I didn't play often enough to be part of a big guild. But what annoyed me is there was one person in our corporation who was basically a spy for another corporation because he had another character, and he would basically report back to his corp and tell them all where everybody was in the system. So if there was any players sort of out on their own, you'd be doing a mission, and you'd come back, and then all of a sudden you'd discover a pirate fleet waiting for you. And that really annoyed me to the point where I just stopped playing it completely. While they're chipping away at that wall, I'm just going to go and turn the heater off. It was a bit chilly in here earlier now, but I'm actually starting to roast, so I'll be back in a second. It is now a rather toasty 22 degrees Celsius in here. Let's assume the position. Exactly. There are some games that like you said, Overwatch is a good one. I will play Overwatch because it's a PvP game, you know, as are most FPS games. Research screen. We have no more research left to do. So with that in mind, is there any point in having the research bench? I think we just deconstruct it at this point. I don't think we need it anymore. So we've got a decent amount of plasteel now. Let's go ahead and build the ship reactor. So let's go ahead and put it here. That's one of the most expensive bits. We still do need more plasteel. Luckily, it looks like there's a big, massive chunk of it up here, so we might be lucky. Oh, yeah, this was another thing. I mean, I said that I played World of Warcraft for several years. What's this cushion going at the back? I said I played World of Warcraft for about 10 years, and I did. I was part of some big guilds, but not many, really. And every time I was in a big guild and got to do raids, yeah, it was a real pain, because it's like, I'd get home from work, because I was working at the time. I was in full-time employment, and you'd get home, you'd just about have time to throw some food down your throat, and then you'd have to go on a raid. And sometimes you were on the bench, and this is one thing I hated. There was one guild I was in, it was a nightmare. You would be on the B team, you would be a backup, but you were told you had to be there just in case they needed you, and you were expected to sit around for 3 hours in case they wanted you to join. And I'm like, well, no, if I can't come on the raid, I'm not going to be on standby for 3 hours. I'm paying a monthly fee to play this game, so I'm not being told how to play and when I'm going to play. So most of the end game content, most of the raids in early World of Warcraft, like Molten Core and Onyxia's Lair, Blackwing Lair, all of the early stuff, even Ice Crown Citadel and everything, I only ever did those when new expansions came out and I was over-leveled, and I'd go back with a group of friends and we'd just run them for fun. But the only other time I got to do the endgame content is when I was... when they added the Raid Finder. I must be sweating. I think my head's shiny. I think I'm just reflecting green. Yeah, it's going away now. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Star Wars Galaxies. Well, this is the thing with World of Warcraft, and this is one of the things that I said to Azumo when we used to play it together. I says, you realise what we're doing is we basically grind to get gear. And we grind to get gear so we can do higher level dungeons. And we do higher level dungeons so we can get better gear. And we get that better gear to do higher level dungeons. You can see where I'm going with this. And then when you finally get to the point where you've done the highest level dungeons, and you've got the highest level gear that's taken you months of grinding, then what they do is they bring out an expansion, and you do the first quest and get a green item that is way better than all of the really epic purple stuff that you got for your months and months of grinding endgame. We have cargo pods. Let's go and jump to location. It's herbal medicine. Now, how's this construction going on? Is somebody actually working on it? Yeah, they're getting there. They're actually doing stuff. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not going to take on any more people. We're going to try and get them all off the planet if we can. I will look up City of Heroes at some point. I mean, obviously, it's not like it's a game that I can play if it doesn't really sort of exist anymore, but it is... There was a website. I'm going to have to ask Azumo what it was because I can't remember, though. Someone here in the chat might. There was a website that basically just used to list MMO games. It was like every MMORPG, sort of past, present, and announced, was on this list. And it's a much, much bigger list than you would think. It's a huge list of stuff. You're doing the farming work. That is good. Do we have somebody with construction 10 yet? Crafting 10? No. You're halfway there, though. You're not getting there as quick as I'd like, but you're definitely the closest person we've got. Nobody else is anywhere close. Frankie's got a passion for it, which means he learns at 150%, but I still think he wouldn't be able to catch up quickly enough. Now, do we still need the multi-analyzer? I'm going to uninstall it. If we don't need it, then we don't need it. That drill is probably finished now, although nobody seems to be working on it. What do you actually... Do you know what, Ben? Just use that for a little while. Yeah, it looks like we can still get some resources from that. I know we still want the plasteel, but we are working on that anyway. Never released on Mac. Which game was that one that wasn't released on Mac? Paragon chat merges a chat room With enough of a server emulator for City of Heroes that you can create a character and socialise even if there's no combat. Nice. It is nice when communities for these old games sort of try and stick together and do something with it. I try to imagine what would happen if the World of Warcraft servers shut down. Because I know there's so many people that know each other and only sort of communicate with each other through World of Warcraft. And it's like, well, if the server suddenly went down, what would you guys do instead? You know, would you run a private server? Would you all migrate to a different game? Or costume contests, nice. We're getting a decent amount of plasteel from this little room up here. I'm quite liking this. Now, how's that drilling going? Where is the drill? Looks like there is still a few more bits and pieces we can get from that. But we're not in a desperate rush for it. I think the plasteel is more important. So the reactor's built. So we're probably going to need a couple of these things. So let's get a couple of those built. We need a ship's computer core. We need a ship's engine. And then we're going to need several cryosleep caskets. We're going to need 10 of them. So we need an AI persona core. How do we get an AI persona core? It's either going to be something we have to buy, or something that we have to get from those robots which we haven't actually had yet. Now, how large are these? Going to put one of those there like that. I know we're burning through a lot of plasteel doing this, but it's fine. Put the engines there, and then all we need. Yeah, we'll manage. We're getting quite a lot of plasteel now. Cargo pods. Is it going to be an AI persona core? No, it's alpaca wool. Okay. Hopefully we'll get some sort of trader with one of these persona cores, or we'll find one somewhere. I really don't know where we're going to get one. That's probably going to be the only thing holding us back from building this ship. Ah, City of Heroes, okay. Well, part of me would love to get into another MMO, because I remember all of the good times I had with WoW. I remember the days where I used to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and play WoW until 4 o'clock the following morning, get 3 hours sleep and get up and rinse and repeat. But at the same time, I also remember how much of my life I wasted sat in front of World of Warcraft with nothing to show for it. Or nothing tangible, anyway. But like I said, every time I try and play another MMO, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. I think World of Warcraft actually set the bar quite high for me. I haven't found anything that's come anywhere near replicating the enjoyment I had with World of Warcraft. So we're at this point in this game now, because I realise I've just been sort of waffling on and not talking too much about what we're doing here. We're basically just waiting for plasteel to be mined out more than anything. Is this all still plasteel? Oh no, this is marble. I thought this was all plasteel. We're down to just... Oh no, just plasteel. So there's still plenty of plasteel up there. So we're probably going to have... don't know where all the plasteel's being stored. We've probably used most of it up now. In fact, let's have a quick look. Looks like we have used all of our plasteel. But we will get more. It's fine. We are still mining it out. And I'm not too sure how large this vein is either. Not too sure where all of my miners are going though. Again, we still haven't finished with that yet. I guess some of my miners are actually prioritising some hauling and construction here. You see, I really appreciate Max for what they can do as a workhorse machine. If you want to do, you know, any kind of art or graphics or video or music production, they're an absolutely brilliant machine. I know a few people that just love to hate on Apple and say that it's all overpriced and pretentious stuff. I mean, let's be honest, it is a bit overpriced. I know you get what you pay for, but you do pay a fair bit for the brand. But I've never thought that it's bad machinery. Sure, it's a lot of more style over function, but it does what it's supposed to, and it does it well. But on the other hand, if you want to game, then yeah, having a Mac really limits your options. And there was a time, I think it was when I was at school, when I was at college, before I had my first PC, and I was sort of almost considering getting a Mac. And it was actually my IT teacher who sort of turned around to me and went, "Oh, you know, I'd be careful with that, very, very careful. Wouldn't get a Mac." And it was then that I sort of started asking questions and looking more into it, and sort of went, "Well, yeah, I understand there. You are quite correct." We need more components. We want to build these cryosleep caskets. So we're definitely going to need either a trader or somebody with a high enough level skill. Somebody with a high enough level skill so that we can start crafting components. Still more plasteel to be had, although I think we've almost found the end of the vein. The turret has broken down. And it's going to stay broken down because we have a shortage of components. Are they the best turrets we can build? I know it's a little bit too late to build more, but... yeah, those are like the best turrets. Improvised turret. Well, surely everything is improvised. Right? Either everything's improvised or everything's not improvised. But yeah, we definitely need some components now. So we need to find some compacted machinery. There was a little bit up there. We might find a little bit more during the mining process. Unfortunately, it takes so long to mine plasteel out. I guess it depends what type of games you're playing, Ryan. I mean, I know that there are... you can sort of run Windows on a Mac, and there are emulators and things like that. But of course, the other problem that a lot of Mac users have is that some games now, they never come out for Mac, or the Mac versions always come out months and months after the PC versions. Because I think people are still waiting on the Mac version of Civilization 6. I know there's always people, or at least they're waiting for various things. Everything's always late with the Mac. They do seem to treat Mac users a little bit like a second-class citizen. Completely understand that. So we're still making blocks here because we're getting a lot of spoil. But we're not really building buildings, but I guess that's fine. Lots of resources and things around. Still a little bit more plasteel we can mine out. Oh, well, that's it. And of course, if you're using your hardware to run your business, then you can claim it back against your tax return. Yeah, that's it. I mean, the only time I've ever used a Mac is one of the companies I used to work for. We used to do a lot of publishing. We used to publish a little local sort of A5 size commercial advertisement booklet, basically. So it was a little booklet that was maybe 10, 12 double-sided pages that used to get delivered to the local residential houses that advertised local businesses. And I did all of the publishing for that on a Mac, but that's really the only time I've used a Mac. Paradox are quite good, though. I'll give them that when it comes to getting stuff out for Mac. The only thing Paradox aren't good at is their pricing point. I still think that a lot of their games and expansions are far too expensive, because if you're a new user, if you're a new player, it's very, very hard to get into a Paradox game because there are so many DLCs and things that you need to buy. So you've got a club, you've got a bow, you've got a bow, and you've got a bow. Yeah. Alright. Can we just... I was thinking, just... yeah, go on. Shoot at the Boomerlope. I dare you. Get a bit closer to it, though. It's a shame the Boomerlope can't actually go down and attack them. I don't care if the Boomerlope blows up. Did you just shoot that turkey by accident? See, this is the other thing. Let's get Frankie on the case. This is the other thing with Max. It's a good point and a bad point at the same time. The good point is okay. The point is Macs are locked down. You cannot change and alter too much on Macs settings wise. Where are you? Why are you taking so long to get back down here? Because people are in your way. Okay. Now that is partially a good thing as far as the Mac's concerned, because it makes it much harder to get things like viruses and you're going out there to heal the Boomalope, are you? Interesting. Frankie, get over here. So yeah, that makes it easier to do certain things, but it also makes it harder to do certain things as well. And that's one of the things I like about the PC, is actually having that ability to do what I want with the system. It's like, this is my system, I want to be able to do what I want with it. Try not to get shot too much there, Frankie. Do you know what, Frankie? Just move back in here. Let him chase you. There we go. He's just died to a trap. Omar's going back in there to finish the floor. He's sort of fleeing because he's just seen his dead buddy. Right, Frankie, let's get you out of here. We'll actually unrecruit you. You can go and run for cover. Right, you're going to get shot. So let's just get you over here and we'll ignore the Boomalope, because I don't want that Boomalope getting shot up and you getting shot with it. So let's let these guys come and get themselves killed. Right, Omar. Right, okay. Everyone's being a bit derpy. Omar getting there. You guys all get recruited and get over here. If they want to come and fight, let's make them come through the traps. Because this will solve our problems instantly. There we go. They're already fleeing. So we'll unrecruit everybody. We'll go ahead and get some people to strip these guys. Pretty pointless on recruiting the bows. We have a mad animal. It is a Boomalope. That is not good. Right, everybody restricted to Area 1. Animals restricted to Area 1. With the exception of our Boomalope. No, Min, where are you going? Min. Stop it. Stop it at once. Run away. Oh, well, there we go. It's fine. Let's unrestrict. It killed itself. We can unrestrict everybody now. And hopefully we'll get that fire put out quite quickly. You're unrecruited. Can you go and fight the fire? Prioritize extinguishing the fire. The camel's on fire, the dromedary, but that's fine. See if we can put this fire out before everything gets destroyed. That camel's going to die. Your husband's the head of the university's ID service desk. It's like having a car with the hood welded shut. Yep, I can understand that. It's like having a car with the hood welded shut that only works on 10% of the roads. And costs a lot more than any other car. Why are people getting set on fire? Why can't people actually put these fires out? Why people are walking through the fire to try and put the fires out. Are people not putting this fire out? Zone and area. No, it is part of the home area. They should be putting that fire out. Yeah, set everything on fire. It's just the thing I find with Paradox is I actually think they would make more money if they actually put the prices of their DLCs down. Because I think if they put the prices down, more people would actually pick up the games and start playing them. I think one of the big problems they have is new players don't tend to get into them. People that already have the games and already have a lot of the DLC, it's relatively inexpensive for them to go and buy more DLC. Min, can you rescue that camel, please? Because it's on fire. Thank you. Right, we should get this fire put out now, hopefully. Oh, God. Is our boomalope dead? I can't tell. You are taking it to one of the animal spots. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it is indoors. But you did rescue it, I suppose. Wow, this fire is going hectic. Looks like we didn't lose any of the traps, though. We are struggling with that fire. Power. Didn't even break the power line, which is good. And the rain's going to burn the fire out. Fantastic. Well, that was a bit of a nightmare, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and get all of this stuff sorted out. We should be getting somebody to strip these guys. Looks like we've got some tiles here that we can't reach. That is fine. So let's go and cancel those so people stop trying to deal with them. The main reason I put that floor down was to just stop trees growing around it. So we'll let things play on. I'm nearly at the end game. I'm building the ship. The problem that I've got at the moment is a bit of a shortage of plasteel, although this is the first vein of plasteel I've found in the entire game, and I've had to sort of go mining into the cliff at the back of the map to find it. Oh, Exotic Goods Trader, you might actually have the part that we need. Trade ship, because the one thing that we do need at the moment is we need the... well, we need a lot of plasteel and we need components, but we need the AI persona core, and we haven't had any of the robot things at all in this campaign, whatever they're called. So we've got a little bit of a struggle there. So, Min, you are unfortunately injured, and you are asleep, and I need you to go and call the trader. But hopefully I'll be able to get everybody off the planet. Okay, so, first of all, we've got a load of chem fuel. We can go and sell that, make a fair bit of money. Components, you've got a lot. They're overpriced. But I really need them. Plasteel, you've also got... Oh, you've got a lot of plasteel. Now, that's more money than I've got anywhere near. I don't suppose you have one of those cores that I need. You won't buy the multi-analyzer. Let's sell off the clothing. Especially all of the dead man's clothing. Armor vest is all shoddy. We can get rid of all of this. We can sell off the beer. That'll give us a fair bit of money. Do we want to sell off anything else? I don't know if I need all of this uranium. Could probably sell most of that off because there is probably plenty more left on the map. Let's sell off that yo-yo because we don't really want it. Have we got anything else that's worth anything? I don't really want the camel. Let's sell the camel off. Don't really need the ostrich, so let's sell the ostrich off. Let's sell the other camel. It is injured. So making a bit of a money now. Do I have anything else that I could possibly sell that I want to? Don't really want to sell the smoke leaf. Yeah, I can't sell anything else. So let's start removing what's costing us the most money. I guess it's the components, isn't it? Let's go down to 400. What does that put us on? We could do that deal. Costs us a fair bit of money, but we've got some components now. We've got some more plasteel. We can get more bits of the ship built, so that's all good. I'm all for getting bits of the ship, and we can repair the turret as well, because we were waiting on that. And we can get this boomerlope back outside. Just look at the blood and mess in here. Hopefully the roof isn't going to collapse here. There is still more plasteel. I might as well, just for my own peace of mind, just go and build like a random piece of wall in here just to try and hold everything up. Minnie is fully healed. Sparkle has given birth. Fantastic. We now have another dog. 2 Labrador puppies. Let's train the puppies. Could have sold those. Will it buy the boomerlope? I forgot to check. I should have done really, shouldn't I? I didn't see the boomerlope on the list at the top, actually. Maybe I just wasn't looking properly, but you're absolutely right. I stuffed up there. I should have sold the boomerlope. I should have at least tried to sell the boomerlope. Now, what we hopefully... Well, we don't have a lot of meals. Why are we so short on meals here? We shouldn't be. We've got somebody cooking. Maybe you were injured. You are working on meals, so... You are set to cook fine meals forever. There's plenty of meat in here. There's plenty of meat and there's plenty of corn and other stuff. It's left comm range now. I forgot that it was still in comm range. I could have gone back and tried again, but never mind. Now, if we can get Min's construction up to 10, we can actually manufacture components. Character. No, crafting, sorry. And you're like 3/4 of the way there. So it won't be too long. Boomerlope is no longer incapable of walking. Right, go back to your area. Go and blow up outside. Looks like everything's been repaired and reset, which is good. We're back on speed 3, which is also good. Doesn't look like we're on speed 3 when everybody's asleep, but... We have an eclipse, that's fine. We use a little bit of solar power, but most of our power is coming from the 3 geothermal generators. Got some herbal medicine in here, which is not refrigerated. Herbal medicine really needs to go in here. Manufactured medicine. Not herbal. Herbal needs to go in these fridges. Or one of these fridges. Frankie, our fire-starting, LMG-wielding entrepreneur, has now fully healed. Did we ever actually finish with that drill? I need to get somebody to prioritise working on that, you know, because we get so much money for that chem fuel. That chem fuel's actually worth quite a lot. Well, somebody work on it. I don't care who. What about Levin? You do it. People getting food poisoning from simple meals. Well, that's not good. How's the plasteel mining going? There's still some of it left. We haven't got it all yet. Which is good. Plasteel is definitely good for us. How are we doing with the construction depth? Yeah, that's getting done. That bit needs to get built as well. So, how many of the cryo... Right. Oh, we need uranium for these as well. And I sold all my uranium. That's fine. There'll be plenty more uranium on the map. Uranium's going to be easier to get, I think. I really need somebody to work on this drill and get that chem fuel up. It's worth so much money. Did you just completely ignore that? It's like I told you to do it, and then you got halfway there, and then you went, nah, I'm going to do something else. Yeah, it's just going back to do the marble. You annoying git. And I'm sure we can get more chem fuel, because it does cover a couple more tiles that we can get to. We should be able to get that. You're consuming a simple meal. Right, after you've consumed that simple meal, you're going to go and work on that. Manhunter Pack. Manhunter Pack is not good. It's Boomerlope. Boomerlope is also not good. Okay, everybody. Area 1. Animals. Animal Area 1. And just before they attack, let's go ahead and save. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, let's see what happens. Maybe they'll just run into this Boomerloop and blow themselves up. Nope. Oh, one of them actually did trigger the trap. I was surprised by that. Now this could cause a lot of damage. Ah, we're lucky here. Now then. Here's the question. Question to which I do not know the answer. If we slaughter them, do they blow up? Let's set them to hunt and see what happens. I mean, they probably will just die on their own at some point anyway. This is probably not going to end well. You're just cleaning the blood up from around it. That's nice. Yep, so they do blow up when they die. You might want to avoid that, Frankie. That's going to cause some problems with the, Frankie won't put the fire out anyway because he's a pyromaniac. Yeah, that didn't really help Frankie, did it? Okay, they've all blown up. So there's a few people getting burnt to a crisp. Hopefully everybody's going to get the fire out. Because firefighting is, like, the highest priority for everybody. There's a lot of people sort of stuck in the middle of this right now. Frankie's injured. Hopefully this boom rat moves out of the way. Wow, that's a lot of fire. Okay, we've lost a solar panel. We have lost the... we've lost 2 solar panels. We've lost 3 solar panels. Oh, we've lost most of the farm. Lost 2 more solar panels. Yeah, okay, that is a good point to reload then. Now we know that that happens. That fire was pretty epic. I wasn't expecting that much. I think what we need to do is maybe rescue the Boomerlope instead of killing them. Try and tame them. But either way, that did not work out well for us. So, let's see if there's an easier way around this. And again, I know I'm safe scumming, but this is my first time playing Rimworld. So I'm trying to basically work out how to do stuff. This is my test game before we play it on a high difficulty level. Right, one of them has blown up already. Oh, that's fantastic. They've took themselves out here. Now, I'd prefer if they didn't blow all this stuff up, but I'd sooner them blow this stuff up than everything else. Let's go and unrestrict everybody. Most of the fire's burnt itself out, which is fine. This Boomerlope is also dead. And we just managed to stop it from getting burnt to pieces. Everything is fine. Good. That went much better the second time around because random chance. What's this Boomerlope doing here? Did this one get in? Was hit by the turrets. It is bleeding out. Let's rescue it. This is probably going to be really risky bringing it indoors. But if we can heal it up a bit so that it doesn't explode. Death in 2.1 hours, 2 hours, 2.8 hours. If we can keep it alive and stop it from blowing up, we might be fine. Emergency fire foam popper. That's actually a great idea. I hadn't done any of those. Right, it's going to live. What are they under? Is it MISC? Fire foam poppers. Does require components, which is a little bit unfortunate. And a lot of steel. We could go ahead and put one in there, though, which is definitely worth it. And I think having one somewhere near the front door is also going to be worth it too. We probably also want to get one somewhere down near this thing. And we probably also want one in there as well. So we're using up a few of our components, but yeah. So that should work out a little bit better for us. We didn't lose anything too important. Oh dear. That was just a zit. These batteries weren't even connected to anything, which is just annoying. But at least that means that nothing else got destroyed. That's the reason why these batteries weren't connected to anything in the first place. So everything's got a bit damaged there, but they'll all get repaired. That's fine. The game has suddenly decided that it hates me again, and it's starting to do stuff. So we need to turn this on, because we need to recharge those batteries. So that was a little bit annoying. Yeah, that multi-analyzer, do we want to deconstruct it? Let's deconstruct it and reclaim the parts. Did we ever finish with this drill? No, Ben. I don't know what you're doing, Ben. We don't seem to be getting any more chem fuel from it, do we? Progress to next lump, 89%. Just, can you not just stay on it until it's done? There you go, there's some. Now do some more. There's still another chunk here you can get. Okay, I'll let you eat a meal. That's fair enough. Oh, what's going on here? Someone's being attacked by a fox. It's one of the dogs. I don't even know where it's happening. Up here. Can I not manually get you to fire at that? Frankie. Oh well, it's dead now. Never mind. Shouldn't have had it sleeping outside. We'll go ahead and deconstruct that. Well, I think this one, the one I built, wherever I built it, this one does cover one of the turrets at least. A little bit unfortunate we lost the dog there, but it's not going to affect endgame, really. Min successfully tamed a boomalope. Really? Another boomalope? Is that the one that we healed? Yeah. This one's actually going to die, though. I think. It's just asleep. Oh no, you're almost at full health. I always keep forgetting. I always look at these and think that a red bar is worse than no bar. But yeah, it's how much health they've got. So a bar that's almost full of red is better than a bar that's very low on red. There we go. I was getting confused there. Zippy's just laying on the ground. Again, we need to keep harvesting. Because stuff really does go off quick. Food. 9 simple meals. We've got plenty of meat, and I don't know why we're only cooking simple meals. Surely we've got the ingredients to make both. Right, we're almost at the end of the plasteel. We still didn't quite get that last chunk either. Zippy, what are you doing? Sewing area. Do you know what? Don't bother. Just go and deep drill a little bit here. I don't know why everybody just does like a tiny little bit of something and then they walk off. It's like, can you just do the entire job until it's finished? 74%. You see, you still haven't done it yet, have you? I know I asked you to sew stuff, and I know you're prioritising certain things, but I've specifically asked you to do this job. There we go. And there is still even more we can get from that. But the chem fuel sells for so much, so it's well worth having. But yeah, where do we get an AI persona core? That's what we need. That's going to be the struggle, I think, for this. Getting that persona core. Everybody's healed. We've finally run out of plasteel here. We have ourselves corn. Just what we didn't really need. Can unrestrict that ostrich, I suppose. So I guess now we just keep looking until we find more plasteel. Or components. We actually need both, so either would be useful. Heat wave, that's fine. Got the coolers on, so we don't really need to worry about that. We don't have the heaters on anyway. You killed my dog, so you are going to get marked for hunting. Yeah, that could be right. I thought I'd set a minimum cooking skill, though. What's Gay's cooking skill? Your cooking skill is 15. So if I go and set this to... Yeah, I've got minimum cooking skill set to like 10. We'll make it so that only Gay can do that. And cook simple meal will put up to 10. So that really should only be Gay doing the cooking now. Don't know why we've still got these like random chunks in the way. Battery breakdown, well that's not ideal. And that'll be the last of the plasteel. There we go. Get our own back on the fox. Min, can you mine? No, you can't mine. Omar, you are... I don't care. You can't mine either. Well, that's just annoying. Ben, what are you doing? Resting. You can rest after you've done some drilling. Need this chem fuel. You don't understand how important it is. Well, it's not important, but it's money. It's good money. Then we can move the drill. What are you doing? You're hauling potatoes. That's great and everything. Do some drilling. Oh wow, you didn't stick at that for long at all, did you? Now don't go and play chess. Just drill the stuff out. Oh dear. Mechanoid chips is where you get the AI persona core or trade, but they're expensive. Yeah, which is the reason I'm trying to get the chem fuel. I haven't seen a mechanoid chip at all in this entire campaign. Now, I'm not playing on the highest difficulty level, so I don't know whether or not I'll even see a mechanoid chip. But I'm very surprised that I haven't had one at all yet. Also, why hasn't this been built? Because it's still missing 5 components. Okay. So we need components as well. I suppose what we need to do also is get another animal sleeping spot here for the other one. Well, my batteries are breaking down, which is not a good thing. Could do without that happening. Ben the dentist. Ben the builder. Oh, because of the deep drilling. I get it. No, he doesn't even get that far down. He gets halfway to it and he goes, nah, I'm going to do something else. Oh, we have found some compacted machinery though. So, that's nice. We definitely want to get that as quickly as possible. Because components are needed. Speaking of components, Min, what is your crafting at? 9 still, but it's on 8,700 of the 10,000 needed, so it's close. Very close. We'll soon be able to manufacture our own components. There we go, we've actually got enough components now to finish building that part of the structure. But we do need more uranium. I know we did get a few bits of uranium in cargo pods, so if we're really lucky we might end up with that happening, but... I don't know. Yeah, you keep working on the compacted machine. Unfortunately, there's not much of it, which is a bit of a problem. Although you do mine normal rock pretty quickly. I think we need to have another dumping pile. Okay, my headset's just gone off, which means the battery's dead. It didn't even bleep to tell me that the battery was dying, so I can't hear the game sounds at all at the moment. So let me just go and plug in. I've only had this headset for a couple of years, but I think that the battery must be sort of dying on them now. Actually, no, I don't think it was my headset. It looks like the game audio stopped working. Yeah, I think the audio of the game's actually stopped working. That's weird. Okay, let's just pause everything. Let's just quickly save. I'll overwrite that save. And we'll just quit out. Because the audio... I think it was the audio of the game that actually crashed there, to be honest. I was going to say, I didn't get any notification from my headset that the battery was dying, but my sound just suddenly went. But the sound probably died for you guys as well. Yep, it's playing again now. That was weird. This game audio just randomly dying. I guess it is still in... Is it alpha? Yeah, it's still in alpha. And to be fair, we've been playing it for a couple of hours, and this is the, what, the 4th video? And it's the first time anything like that has gone wrong, so... Right, let's go back up to speed 3 then. Might as well leave my headphones plugged in now anyway, as I plugged them in. Let them charge up. So, let's go ahead and order some more mining. And maybe we'll find some interesting stuff further along in this direction. We might even bump into some more little buildings. Now, apparently, you can bump into mechanoids this way as well if you do find the ancient danger. Strange that you won't go any further than that. There's obviously a limit to the distance it'll let me go, but that's fine. We'll see what we find. So yeah, we need uranium. Still got this heat wave going on. Don't really like the batteries breaking down that much, but there's not much we can do about it. So... yeah, we're getting a lot of blocks now. That's what I was going to do before everything decided it was going to behave strangely. I was going to go ahead and make a dumping stockpile over here, essentially. And this dumping stockpile can basically be rotten and chunks and corpses. I prefer it not to be dead man's garments because we'd like to sell them. And don't put the weapons or anything in there, actually. Just literally put chunks in there. There's plenty more steel on the map we could get. Now, I wonder what we're going to find over here. Minor break risk. Also, it'd be nice if we could get somebody to finish this drilling. Come on, somebody can mine. There we go. We've struck compacted machinery. Excellent. We also have cargo pods. The cargo pods are a tiny little bit of hyperweave, which is no use to anybody. Compacted machinery, though, is good. Again, not much of it, which is a shame. 60 bear meat has rotted away in storage. The temperature in the fridges is a little high. It's trying to stay around... it's trying to stay cold, but it's not happening. It says it's frozen. But yeah, the temperature keeps going up during the day because of the heat wave. There we go, the heat wave is over. So we shouldn't lose any more. There's plenty of meat in the fridges anyway, to be honest. Plenty of meat. So we shouldn't have to worry about that. But yeah, the heat wave's over. Again, haven't really found anything exciting in here. Min is now resting. There's no point me trying to get Ben to do this. 24% of the way to the next block. There's only one block left. And then we can move it somewhere else. But yeah, we really need to strike some more uranium. I guess this is... right. So far, from what I've played of Rimworld, I absolutely love it. I love what they've done with it. I love the whole design behind it. And I know it is still in alpha, so anything that I say about it that's a criticism, I appreciate that the game's not finished yet. However, so far, this little bit at the end game, I think, is the worst bit. Because what happens now is you're basically just... You've got everything built you can build, and you're literally just waiting on resources, which is a very time-consuming affair. So, you're consuming a fine meal. That's great. On your way past, you can't do anything anyway because there's a solar flare. Bugger. I was going to say, do some drilling on your way past, but solar flare. So that's not happening instead. Ben has gotten food poisoning from berries. Excellent. Compacted machinery again. Good, good, good. Again, doesn't look like there's much of it. Right, Min, how is your crafting? It's getting there, but still not where it needs to be. And we need this solar flare to go away. Solar flare is ending. Fantastic. So, Ben, as soon as you get up, as soon as you stop sleeping, I'm going to get you to try and work on this. I'm going to keep calling him back until he's finished it. I mean, this thing still counts as mining, so I'm not too sure why they prioritise mining one part of the map over another. Where do you think you're going? Chem fuel obviously takes a long time to mine. Don't consume berries. You know it'll only give you food poisoning. Okay, well let him go and consume his berries. It's at 70% now anyway, so... Relaxing socially. We still don't have any or many fine meals. What is Gay doing that is keeping her so busy? Number one, cooking is your top priority. You should be doing that over everything else. Ben. No, Ben. Come back here. Do this. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. That's why I kept you selected. No, come on. Cargo pods. There we go, finally. And now we can move that drill. Let's go ahead and deconstruct it. Right, cargo pods. Jump to location. We have mortar shells. Well, we don't have any mortars, so if we get a trader, at least we can sell them. And we'll probably end up salvaging that component and using it to build... No, we've already built the other bit that we need. So can we build another drill somewhere? Where do we have some stuff we could mine near a power grid? Potentially this area here. Let's go and put the drill there. Let's turn it round a bit so they can reach it from the other side. But we can mine that out. Did that actually put the drill down? It doesn't look like it placed it. Oh no, it is. It's doing it. That's fine. We've got some stuff rotting off as well. That's a bit of a pain. Second stove and a second cook. You might be right there. We do have the fueled stove, and we've got plenty of wood, so we can just go and add the bills here, I suppose. So do forever details. Somebody with a cooking skill of, let's say, at least 8, and then we will add cook simple meal. And again, do that forever. And let's say we do a cooking skill of at least like 5. So yeah, at least we will have 2 people cooking. We don't have an awful lot of space. Oh, Sparkle is pregnant again. How are we doing up here? Have we struck anything interesting? More compacted machinery. That is good for us. Obviously, the reason I'm doing it in alternating lines like this is because, apart from obviously a few areas where we've mined stuff out, we don't have open areas, so the roof won't collapse. And of course, we're not going to miss anything, because if something's in the line that we're digging out, obviously we'll hit it and we'll be able to harvest it. And if something's in the line next to it, we'll also see it as well. We struck jade. Jade is a new resource that I have not come across before. And I know you can use it for like crafting statues and things like that. Maybe we should get somebody on art, actually. Do we have somebody who is good at art? Let's have a quick look here. So, where's artistic? So we've got a 9. Hazel's got a 9. Min has an 11. And you don't really have anything else to do apart from social and animals. Zippy's research, wasn't that on 20? Is that going down? What if it goes down if you don't do it for a while? But yeah, Min's quite artistic, and I wonder if it counts towards crafting as well. So let's say we go ahead and get a sculptor's table. Let's go and build it over here. And we'll get Min sculpting. And we might be able to sell it and make some money. That'll be good. So we didn't get a lot of jade, but we got some. There is some compacted steel there. We will queue it up, although it's not desperately needed. Hopefully they'll sort of prioritise getting this built. And then Min. You're set to tailor, smith, craft. We'll put you on art as well. We'll put you on that over tailoring, I think. Now, does it count towards crafting? Relevant skills, artistic. Yeah, tailoring relevant skills is actually crafting. Yeah, well, exactly. Statues sell well, and as we've got jade, that's the reason why I thought we'd give that a go. See if we can get her to make a nice jade statue. That'd be really good. If the crafting table ever gets built, that is. Omar is idle. Can you... Cannot prioritise, not assigned to mining. A slaver. Well, we'll go and speak to that slaver. I doubt they'll have anything that we'll want to buy, but we might be able to sell them some stuff. And, okay, let's see what we've got. So, components, they don't have any. We could sell them some beer. Let's go and just sell it and make some money. We don't have a lot of money. We can sell them some, like, old weaponry. Sell them a load of frag grenades. And, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can't get. They have a personal... Why would they be carrying a personal shield... A superior personal shield generator for $4,000? But they haven't got anything else that's useful. Well, that's fine. We'll accept that. We'll make a little bit of money from them. So let's go ahead and add a bill here. Add a bill to make a large sculpture. Do one time and allow you to make it from stone blocks. Wood, steel I'd prefer not. Jade, yes. How much jade do we have? I've got to find it now. We have 175. Do you know what then? If that's the case, we'll go ahead and put that up to like 5. We'll see what we get. It is separate from craft, and I would like her to get her crafting skill up. Because I'd like her to be able to start manufacturing components. Another raid. Before we deal with that raid, did anybody else have a high artistic skill? See, Izel has an artistic of 9. Min's is 11. I think what we might do is... Izel, what are you signed to? Constructing and mining. I think we might actually have you doing the art. And putting your mining on second. We'll leave constructing higher in case we need to build stuff. But we'll drop your mining down. And then we'll take Min off of... We'll give a lower priority on art. I know she's the slightly better artist. So she's more likely to make a better statue. So what have we got going on down here then? We have got a steel spear. Short bow. Limestone club. Yeah, so again, we've got a group that we don't really need to deal with. They've got to come in around this side of the map. I think. Yeah, they've got to go all the way around. So we'll just make sure... I don't think we need to worry too much. But we'll make sure the animals and everybody is in Area 1. And these guys are going to... Yep, there we go. They're already fleeing. Sorted. Problem solved. This method with the traps makes life so much easier. Of course, if we were actually up against mechanoids, it might be a bit of a different story there. Let's get some of these guys stripped. Let's go and unrestrict some of this stuff as well. Okay, still a good start. Have we found anything else exciting up here? Found some more steel. I guess we could build steel statues. We'll wait till we've got through the jade first. Sell some herbal meds. We have a lot and we can make more. That is a good point, actually. It's not like we have a lot of storage space for them. In fact, where are all our herbal meds? 61, 75. Yeah, we've got... Okay, yeah. We've got a lot of herbal meds. Are the slavers still here? I bet no, they are still here, aren't they? Min, I know you're asleep and I really apologise. Go and trade, though. Herbal medicine. We have 136. So let's say we sell 100 of them. No, I don't want to buy 100. I want to sell 100. Oh, so it's minus 100. There we go. So sell 100. Makes us nearly 1,000. There we go. That means we keep some in reserve as well. These batteries are almost full. As soon as that last one is charged, I'll go and toggle the switch back off in case we have another zip. We've got 450 chem fuel, which is nice. Did we ever find... We didn't look to see what was under this, actually. It is jade. Well, that's not what we were expecting. As soon as you've consumed that fine meal... It's taking you a long time to consume a fine meal. You're now resting, but you're resting after drilling jade. Come on, put some effort into it. It's like if you tell them to do something that they don't want to do, they'll only do it for like a few seconds before running off. Which is really annoying. But at least we know we've got another source of jade. I think randomly moving the drill around in the hope of finding what we want is going to be pretty much impossible. So we really need to concentrate on just doing these mine shafts in the hope we find what we need. I'm really regretting selling all of that uranium now, because we can't build the pods. However, if we hadn't have sold all that uranium, we wouldn't have been able to have afforded the components or the plasteel that we needed. Rare thrombos, so plenty of those around. It's taking quite a bit of time to go and mine. We might have to make like a mine shaft that runs up this way, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Of course, it would give people a way into the base, though. But we could certainly do some mining from inside. So let's go ahead and mine out a tunnel this way as an example. And then once this is mined out, we can then sort of do this. Again, we don't want to go too far towards the edges in case somebody tries to get in here. Rice plant has died from being left unharvested. Well, it's unfortunate, but what can we do? So let's just go ahead and do this. That's not what I wanted to do there, but fine. Guess that one can go... Yeah, there we go. And we'll just do these ones down to here, I think. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll go down a little bit, but not as far. Because we don't want to get too close to that bit. What just happened there? We have a fire. Was that a lightning strike? Yeah, the rain's put it out anyway. So, that's a non-issue. We had a zit, apparently. Did that take our power lines out somewhere? It did, right there. So let's get that fixed. Get that other geothermal back online. It's took all of our batteries down as well, annoyingly, because I didn't turn that off in time. And now we have a mad animal. Let's have a look. It is just a rat. I don't think we're overly concerned about that. It's probably going to get itself killed. It'll get through the traps, but one shot from the turret and it's down instantly. So that is fine. And how is the mining going? It's getting there. Again, we've still got a lot more steel up here. Water's rotted away as well. I should probably stop prioritising the steel. I don't really need it. We've got a fair bit of it. We've got nearly 6,000 steel. Unfinished... What? Limestone? No, we want you to work on jade first. I should have taken those ones off. There we go. It should probably finish the current one, but that's fine. Playing horseshoes. Can I not get you to prioritise this? Apparently I can't. Apparently it's just something you have to do. You're making wart. Okay. Yeah, we've cancelled that one. There we go. We'll do some limestone. Some jade even. That's what I wanted to do. It's still me not quite getting to grips with the way the order system works. Visitors. Someone who is... Right, Alice is the wife of this person. Excellent. And looks like we can trade. So let's get Min to go and trade down there. Sorry I've had to wake you up, Min, but trading is important to us. Okay, so you have some components. You only have 2. They're not cheap. You don't have anything else useful. We're limited in what we can sell to you. We can sell you some clothing and a bow. You do have some medicine, which I will buy, because you can never have too much medicine. You've got components. You've only got 2, but they're probably worth having. And that's it. That's all you've got. Oh, 20 times the normal amount of material. Well, what's the normal amount of material? We've got 175 jade. If I knew what the normal amount of material was... So, details. Jade. Yeah, times 20. You'll need 20 times as much as usual. Right, well, what is the usual amount? Requires 135 ingredients. Work amount 500. Okay then, so we'll turn stone and wood back on. We'll just get you to do 1 because that's large, and then we'll add a bill and tell you to make a small sculpture, because the small sculpture we might have enough jade to do a small one. We'll give it a go anyway. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, if we don't get enough jade to make a sculpture, we'll just try and sell the jade that we've got. Hopefully we'll make some money just selling raw jade. I don't want to make my beer production much higher than this because my sort of cooks are quite busy as is. We're actually getting a lot more meals now. Mostly simple meals, but I mean, we are getting meals, which is good. You are sowing plants. Can you go and do some drilling? Because there is more jade here. If we could only convince people to work on the drill for more than 2 seconds at a time. I wasn't having this problem before, but for some reason I seem to be really struggling to get people to prioritise the drilling task. Come on, let's at least get 1 chunk of jade before you finish. There we go. So there is a chunk of jade there now. It would be really nice if they would just stay doing the task you assigned them until they completed, like, 1 cycle. That would be really nice. And another raid. Wow, we're getting a lot of those tonight. Sniper rifle, wooden club, and Molotov cocktails. Now, some of those things sound problematic. Again, though, you've got to come in through this door, which is our sort of strongest door. So let's get everybody in Area 1, including all of the animals. You guys should be in the boom areas. I will try and sell those boomalopes if we get the opportunity to do so. Yeah, you guys are going to start picking on the walls, which is not something that I like. You can pick it. You can attack that wall all you want. If a couple of them die to the turrets, though, then the rest might flee. Right, there's one. Did you just get shot by your own guy? That was a headshot. Molotov cocktails. That's not good. Okay, we need to do something about this now. Everybody get recruited. Get down here. Now, who's a good shot with a... You've got a shotgun. You've got grenades, which is not the best thing. You've got a rifle. You get out here. You fire at this guy. If you were a better shot, you'd be a better shot. Come on, this guy's got to go down sooner or later. Right, everybody else, get out here. Frankie. Right, you're dead. Has the other guy running off? No, you're not. Well, this guy's got... Oh, wow. Frankie has been shot to death instantly. Well, that's not good. Right, he's... Oh, grenade. Right, let's go ahead and unrecruit everybody. You are still alive. Are you not? You're going to be captured. Let's unrestrict everybody so they put the fire out. Well, Frankie was our fire starter. Hopefully all these fires will get put out before it causes too much damage. Oh, no, we lost the gun. That was unfortunate. Okay, so we've got some rebuilding to do. We are going to start rebuilding with limestone. We need somebody to capture you. Poor Frankie. Unforbid that. Unforbid the Molotovs. Unforbid that. Min, you are going to strip this guy. Alice, you might as well strip Frankie. So who's going to be our new... Yeah, rip Frankie. Who is going to be our new hunter then? Not that we're really using a lot of hunting at the moment. So hunting is... That's not animals, is it? Hunting, I think we just use shooting skill. I think we really need the LMG. Min, you can actually have the LMG. Actually, the LMG is not very good. It's probably slightly safer than the grenades, but... Severe illness. Hopefully we'll get these problems fixed. Strawberry plant has died. Right, what we're going to do is we are going to deconstruct all of these walls. Going to leave the fridge ones until last. We are going to build limestone walls to replace all of these as soon as they get taken down. Hopefully they'll get prioritized. Shame that we lost the gun. We really want to rebuild that if we can. And we can, so we will. Come on, Ben's bedroom's like out in the cold here. There we go. Get it sorted. We have an escape pod. We also need to prioritize getting that filled in as well. Growing animals. You're trigger happy psychopath. We'll just strip you. Don't really need anybody else. That's it. We'll get all of these walls done. We'll get it all cleaned up. This guy. You're quite good at melee. You're a slowpoke, you're a brawler, you're psychically sensitive. Let's try and chat and recruit you. I did say I wanted to get 10 people off the planet. I didn't say which 10, so we might be able to do it with you. It was a really random bit of deconstruction to do. I'd like you to mine this out as well. There we go, we'll get that done. And these. And then the fridge area as well. I'm not too happy about doing this one because I'm a little bit worried about stuff in the fridge spoiling. But as long as everyone's relatively quick, we should be fine. But yeah, all the walls and stuff should get done. You're still mining out here. We've stuck a load of steel, which we don't necessarily need. Obviously, we're reclaiming quite a lot of wood doing this, but... got to be done, I feel. There we go. And of course, it is going to make the walls stronger, so... plenty of limestone blocks. How's the sculpting going? Looks like we're doing some... we've got another escape pod, wow. You've actually landed right in our garden, as it were. You've got a good medicine skill. You're a lazy pessimist. You're incapable of scary and cooking. You'd be a good doctor, though. Execution. You're going to be executed. You are going to be captured. You are going to be our new doctor. Bang. You're dead. That's you sorted. We'll have a prisoner at bed now. Min. Capture. Hopefully before he dies. And prisoner, you can just use the herbal meds, it'll be fine. Chat and recruit. Health. Yeah, you got a few hours before you die. He's going to be our doctor, so we'll keep him around. Turret's been rebuilt. Working on this wall. Good stuff. Everything's happening. A lazy pessimistic doctor. Yeah, not exactly the combination of traits you want for a doctor, but still. We've saved his life, goddammit. Let's go back to harvesting. Always harvesting to be doing. AI seems to be terrible at managing harvesting. Oh god, now we've got a wanderer. We've got a random person that we don't need here. Who are you? You've got no gear. You are actually better at artistic than Zell. We are probably still only going to build 10 escape pods. There is a chance. There's a very good chance. Oh, you shouldn't be a doctor. There's a very, very good chance that somebody else will die before we get off this rock anyway. So you can haul and you can clean, but do art first and sort of then plant cut. Actually, no, you can construct and plant cut. You can haul and clean and do art as your secondary. That should be fine. Now then, I've got Rinnick, Zippy, Levin and Alice as doctors. You shouldn't be a doctor. Levin can. Zippy can. Who else have we got? So Levin can, Zippy can, Alice shouldn't. And Rinnick. Yeah, you can be a doctor as well. Just trying to make sure that we've got the right people administering medicine. We've taken out the fridge wall, so before we forget about that... It's quite warm outdoors, so I'd prefer it if they worked on that quite quickly. Ben, if you could prioritise... Oh, Nikki is working on that. Is this our new recruit? That's fine. If she wants to get straight on that, brilliant. Not gonna grumble about that. And we want another piece in there. And another piece in there. Fantastic. Just makes the outside a little bit stronger. Rolling the dice on death to fulfill promises. Oh, well, exactly. If we have enough uranium, we'll build an 11... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus the one that we haven't recruited yet. So, yeah. We'll see how it works out. And again, you don't need quite as much sleep time there either. So, still got 53 medicine, 75 meals. We have a lot of smoke leaf. We should probably start selling smoke leaf. We have fires. That should be okay. That'll get put out. It's not really the best place to stop and have a meal, and you're not going to put that fire out. You're just going to ignore it. Cargo pods. We have flake. That's a pretty substantial fire. Luckily, it's not really close to anything, so we don't care about that too much. I also noticed when we had a fire over here, did this thing actually go off? Does it need power? Doesn't look like it needs power. When touched by fire or triggered by hand, it pops and... Oh, right. So, it either has to be directly touched by the fire, or you have to manually trigger it. It doesn't just work if fire's in the area. Right, I wasn't aware of that, but I know for next time, so... That was something I was unaware of. Again, we would still like to get more of this jade if we can. Let's go and drill some more. Yeah, we could put some of the, Could we have another trade beacon? Does it have to be... Does the trade beacon doesn't have to be connected to the, console, does it? So we could just theoretically get another trade beacon and put it, like, over here. Let's put a trade beacon there. And then we'll be able to trade all of that off. Does require a component, but... A lot of this stuff is in range, not all of it. We could go ahead and get another one of these and put it up there, which I think we will. You're going to repair the wall. That bit's been rebuilt. This stuff's all still knocking around up here. It'll get collected eventually. We have visitors. We can trade with you, apparently. Do dislike these lightning storms. I wish they would go away. Right, what do you have for us? You have some components. You have 4. You're overpriced, but you do have 4. Got a lot of stuff we can sell you. We don't want the Molotovs. The sniper rifle's not worth much. We'll get rid of the sniper rifle. And no, we'll break down the sniper rifle and the LMG. I think we'll keep a hold of those. Let's sell the smoke leaf joints. We will buy the components. Can sell the hats. Yeah, that's pretty much all we can do. So we make a little bit more money, gain a few more components. Oh, trader has insufficient gold to fully cover this transaction. Ah, so they do. Let's keep the shirt then. And we'll just do that. There we go. Sell that shirt to somebody else later on down the line. Let's go ahead and... Electric smelter. Smelt weapon. It's still set to on. Smelt metal from slag. I think we're going to suspend that for now. Because we've got absolutely loads of metal. And we're still finding more steel as we go. Did we sort of finish up here? No, we've still got some stuff sort of marked out. This stuff's closer though, which is probably why they're prioritising it. So yeah, I felt that in the earlier stages of this game, when I was playing it over the first sort of 3 videos, I was constantly busy. There was always something to do. I was always having to build something or always having to fend off a raid or some sort. And yeah, we are still getting raids and there's still the occasional disaster. And I appreciate that I'm not playing it on a particularly high difficulty, but all of a sudden, we've researched everything, we've built everything, and pretty much all I'm doing now is waiting to get resources. That is a pretty epic fire. Looks like it's mainly the visitors that are on fire, which we don't mind too much. Hopefully no one's going to get too injured putting this fire out. As long as we sort of keep it away from the walls. Not that it really matters, we've got plenty of limestone, so we can easily rebuild, but that should just sort of burn itself out. If it starts heading back over this way, though, somebody should probably come and put that back out, though. Yeah, because these ones keep getting close to the wall. I like how they put a little bit of it out and then they go, yeah, it'll be fine now, you know. If it burns this way, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you're going to keep putting... I think that fire will be fine. I don't like this bear. That's a little bit worrying. We do have some jade still. I really wish somebody would sort of prioritise working on that. I suppose it's because it's further away than this stuff. So maybe when this is finished... Oh, what's this we found here? Compacted plasteel. Yes. We want compacted plasteel. Not as much as we want that... well, we want uranium, don't we? We want uranium. We want compact... Let's get this steel. We might as well. We could even make statues out of it. What I was kind of hoping to do on this video, on this stream, I was actually hoping we'd get far enough to build the ship. And it's really annoying because we've built most of it. There's only a couple of bits that we need to build. And I really was hoping that we'd get it all done. But if we need that AI core, I mean, I might play for another 10 hours and might not get it. So I don't know, maybe we have to say this is as far as we're going to get, or maybe I play a bit off camera until I get the because not much is going to happen really, is it? So maybe I'll play some off camera until I get the AI core and get the materials I need, and then maybe do another stream where we just sort of finish up and get everybody off the planet. Because at the moment, we are kind of just... We're going round in circles a little bit. We're not really... Or at least I don't feel like I'm making any more progress right now. Which is a bit disappointing. Where are we mining at the moment? So I can hear mining going on. Are we mining up here now? Yeah, we're mining that steel out, which we don't really need. Again, I shouldn't be prioritising mining out the steel when we don't need the steel. But again, it doesn't matter how much uranium we find. It doesn't matter how much plasteel or machine parts we find, unless we actually end up with that that AI core. We're kind of stuffed. Beavers. Mark you all for hunting. And the turkey. So who is our hunter? Rinnick. You've got a rifle. Your shooting skill is 12. Yeah. you can be our #1 hunter. And at least you're not going to be hunting with an LMG. So it makes slightly more sense. You can go and work on those beavers. Not that we've got any sort of issues with wood at the moment. Look how much steel we've got. We really should sell some steel. We just need to get the right kind of trader. And what I haven't learnt yet, I haven't learned all of the different trader types. I mean, most of these are just, you know, most of these are just sort of different... Oh, I've just told you to call. Well, I guess we can call. We don't have to actually spend any money. We can call and find out what we can do. So, you're neutral. Request immediate military aid. Wow. Yeah, I don't want to spend the money to get a trade caravan when I don't know what they'll have to offer. Build complete. Make large sculpture. Where did the large sculpture go? Has it gone down here? There it is. Quality good. Frankie of the Blue. Does it tell us anything about it? This piece portrays Frankie Gay. Oh yeah, because Frankie was her brother. My sister. Oh, Frankie was a girl. I thought Frankie was a guy. So it's your sister died. Oh, that's unfortunate. I forgot it was your sister. Okay. So this piece portrays Frankie Gay stalking an alpha beaver from afar as the alpha beaver relaxes. The alpha beaver seems totally oblivious. The work is executed in a figurative style. There is a small town. There is a small town in the upper part of the image. The depiction tells the story of Frankie's successful hunt on the 11th of spring, 5502. Just shortly before he died. So that's cool. We've got a good sculpture there. And that's a limestone sculpture, but we've got a good quality sculpture. So maybe we can sell that off. Fantastic. I love that it commemorates Frankie, our dead guy. That's kind of cool. Or dead girl, I should say. I always thought Frankie was a guy, but... It's because I don't really know many people called Frank or Frankie, so whenever I hear the name Frankie, it always makes me just think of Frankie on PC. So, yeah, we still just not really found anything exciting. Smoke leaf plant has rotted. Yeah, we need a trader. There's quite a lot of bits and pieces in here, Carsten, that I feel have been plagiarised to some degree. Some of the descriptions you get for people as well. Like Bloodlust. Nika gets a rush from hurting people and never minds the sight of blood or death. She's twice as likely to start a social fight. But some of the things... Psychopath. Rinnick has no empathy. The suffering of others doesn't bother her at all. She doesn't mind if others are butchered, left unburied, imprisoned or sold to slavery unless it affects her. She also feels no mood boost from socialising. I've seen there's one trait. There's one trait where someone is like colossally ugly. And the description is so hilarious. It's something along the lines of that they've got a face that's the cross between like a deformed fetus, a badly drawn picture by an untalented child, and something else. And it's just like it's so harshly worded, but it's hilarious. Oh yeah, I completely understand, Ryan, that it is a unisex name, but it's just not one that I, you know, sort of hear very much in the UK. But yeah, you do get sort of Silver Ore. You do get names that become the in thing in certain areas, don't you? And also by year, you find that there's always, in certain years, lots of kids get named the same. Sounds like there's some beaver hunting going on somewhere. Well, we're going to have beaver meat for days. Anyway, we're up to 120 meals now. Still not many fine meals. We're mainly prioritising the other meals, and I don't know why. We've got plenty of, like, corn and stuff coming in. Yeah, there's plenty of corn in here, so we should have an awful lot of, should be able to make fine meals. I don't know why that's not going on too much. Unhappy nudity. Somebody should be making some clothes, though. So you should be able to get the clothes that you need. But yeah, I feel like we're at a bit of... And again, I can't make the game run any faster. Let's go ahead and suspend making any more blocks. That'll free somebody up to do something else. We've got more blocks than we can shake the proverbial stick at the moment anyway. So it's a little bit pointless making any more. Can't believe we've almost filled all of those graves up again as well. That's a lot of graves. Is it under MISC? Mental break hiding room. That's fine. That's not going to cause too many problems for us. Let's get some more graves. Because we're bound to get some more dead bodies. I don't know why I always pause when I tell it to do stuff like that. I guess it's... I'm so used to things like EU4 where you're trying to do something and you get constant pop-ups all the while. So if I'm ever trying to do something, I tend to pause the game while I do it. It's just automatic now. Yeah, more plasteel. That's what we need. Plasteel and uranium. Though we haven't struck any uranium yet. Who is it that's locked in their room? Yeah, because your sister died. Well, that's understandable. So your mood is pretty crappy. You're wearing a dead man's armor vest. Well, why? I can't get you to drop it because you're hiding in your room. Well, just don't wear it then. Nobody's making you. You're in a little pain. Someone was executed. That's true. It'll expire in a day, though. You're very tired. Your friend... See, that's harsh, isn't it? It's like, because your sister was your friend, there's a double penalty. You're also starving. It's kind of your own issue. She won't die of starvation, though. She'll just collapse and then somebody can rescue her. Can we get somebody to prioritise feeding you? No. But she'll eventually just pass out. And then we can force feed her. When are these needs going to go away? Something else just... You're joy deprived. Yeah, the food thing is a problem. Malnutrition, trivial. To be fair, you're quite chunky, so... You know... You're probably not going to waste away within a day or two. But you're in pain. Yeah, we'll just wait till she passes out. Spare batteries look full. Yeah, I was watching them earlier, but they took a while to charge up, they did. We still haven't managed to get this guy. Right, you've actually gone to eat now. Did you just pass out? No, you've just... Oh, yeah, you've just fallen asleep, so that's fine. But what we can get her to do is we can now get her to drop that dead man's armor. And maybe she'll be a little less depressed about that. Let's go ahead and unforbid it. So we can sell it or do whatever we need to. But yeah, that should now get her sort of out of this a little bit. It'll still take a while for it to sort of get up there. But yeah, these will slowly start to disturb sleep. Yeah, okay, that was my fault. 12 days, joy deprived. Yeah, these are going to take some time, but I think overall we'll be okay. We did disconnect spare batteries, so that's fine. The mining is... What's this stuff? That's the silver. There's quite a lot of silver we found in there. What's that? That's marble. Still a lot of plasteel around, though. Plasteel we like. Uranium we also like. What's this here? Limestone. Not doing too good on the old uranium finding, are we? We have got some more jade under here. Like the dog's just eating the corn that's outside, which I guess is fine. Again, just make sure we keep on top of that. Who's at the... Is that still you? Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's going to be a while before that goes away, I suppose. Look at that, even more plasteel. So, are there any other bits of the ship that I can build? So, we can't build these because we don't have the uranium, which is totally my own fault. We can't build this because we don't have the AI persona. Oh, this is a lot smaller than I thought. I thought this was going to be like some massive thing. But we could put that there. And then the cryo-sleep caskets. Must place with the head attached to the ship structure. So, I guess we've got to kind of stagger them, which we can do, I suppose. So that leaves us one short. There we go. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, right, okay, this is a question I was meaning to ask earlier. Do you prefer Bill or William? Because obviously I've got you down on Patreon as William, which is what you go on as the end slate and when I give you your shout out. Thanks very much again for your contribution once again this month on Patreon. I can't believe that someone who I think is relatively new to the channel, because I don't really remember seeing much from you since before about 4 or 5 months ago. It's so amazing that someone's put so much money into supporting me in such a short time, so a big thank you for that. The new chair is so comfortable. I don't have backache at all, and I've been sitting here for 3 hours. I've actually got my head right against the headrest. It's really hard to see it from this angle, but yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. So big thank you to everyone that once again contributed so that I could get a nice new comfortable chair. It did help that it was my birthday last Thursday, so I did get a little bit of extra money from relatives and whatnot that I was able to put towards it. This came on Monday, so you know, I've had it for just a couple of days now. Still getting a little bit used to it, but overall I like it. So you guys are going to come in from this side. Hopefully you're not going to take the wall down. We have people with a pistol and a pistol. Now, the Molotov cocktails are a little bit of a problem. Everything else, we are relatively fine. Everyone's on social drugs. That's all right. Okay, let's go ahead and put everybody in the home area. Well, the area 1. Animals, we will put everybody into area 1, apart from the boomalopes, because we don't care. And we'll see what these guys do. They're probably, hopefully, just going to come straight in through the... Are they going to start messing around at the walls, or are they actually going to try and come in through the... You're going to come in through the walls. That's annoying. I do hate it when they try and come in through the walls. Min, if you can get here quick enough... Can you not throw a grenade over a wall? Okay, that's now time to run away. That didn't work as I expected it to. That's it. Shoot at the boomalope. Min, let's unrecruit you. Who's a good shot? Rinnick, you've got a rifle. Get out here. I would like you to fire at this guy. There's one down. Come on. They're keeping their distance though, which is making it difficult to get any good shots in here. Move a little bit closer. Obviously now it's making it easier for them to shoot me, which is the other problem. At least the one with the Molotovs has gone down. Now there is a fire somewhere, which also is of great concern. Oh yeah, that is a bit of a concern. We are going to have to unrestrict everybody, but I really want this this battle to go right there. Okay, so you're gonna run off now. Right. Okay, you are going to be, and everybody's going to be unrestricted. Okay, animals unrestricted. And one of the boomalopes is injured. You're probably going to blow up. Unrestrict. Let's try and get the fire. Oh, there goes the boomalope. Structure, we need to rebuild that at our earliest convenience. Oh, there we go. Right, everything's burning down. I'm just going to pause while I read this. Well, William Orbill's easier for me. It's just obviously I like to give people the choice because I see your name one way on YouTube and another way on Patreon. I just didn't know which to go for. Thanks very much. No, it's I must admit there have been times with my sort of YouTube career where I have sort of thought to myself, that I would like to just give up because there are some months when I, you know, don't get many views or don't get many subscribers, and it feels like I'm kind of bashing my head against the wall. So yeah, I really do appreciate it when people are so supportive. It means a huge deal to me. It really, really does. I'm going to go and make this wall double thick as well. So yeah, no, I totally, I really, really do appreciate all of the contributions, not just from yourself, but from everybody. I appreciate that a great deal. And let's go and build that in there. I've actually, I mean, again, January's never a good month for YouTubers, and you know, things haven't been going particularly fantastic. And I've actually applied for another job today. It's actually as a community manager. Thank you very much, William. Again, fantastic. Wow, just thanks again. Even more money. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I've actually applied for a job today for a community manager position with a British game developer. I'm not going to mention who on the stream because obviously, you know, it is a competitive market for jobs, and I'm trying to, you know, I don't want extra competition by advertising that the job is available, because somebody that didn't know about it might go and apply and beat me to it. But it's basically for a British developer. They've been around for a long time. They're very well established, and it's a community manager's job, but it's specifically making and editing videos and live streaming for a particular game that they're working on. It is a contract, though, so even if I got it, it wouldn't be a permanent position. But it's just because the money that I make from YouTube, while very helpful, is not enough for me to live on. So, you know, for the last 6 months, I've been having to rely on my partner's income to keep us both, and obviously that's not fair on her. I've been doing YouTube for 4 years now in the hope of making enough money from it to become full-time, and while it has improved over the last 4 years, it's not there yet. So maybe at some point it will be, and even if I were to get this job, I'd still want to keep the channel running. But it's just trying to actually get to a point where I can get enough to make it feasible as a full-time job. Lots of stuff haven't been harvested. There's a random bear roaming around. Let's go and get all of this stuff. Good job we built those extra, well, dug, I suppose, those extra graves. Because we've certainly had to use them. How's all the mining gone? More plasteel. So, I don't know how long ago it was you joined us on this video, Bill, but what we're having a problem with at the moment is I've got most of the spaceship built. The problem that I've got is a huge deficit in uranium. I had a load of uranium, but I sold it all to afford the plasteel. That is a pretty epic fire. So yeah, I sold all of the uranium to get plasteel. We now have more than enough plasteel, but no uranium, which is a bit of an issue. We also need, in order to build one particular part of the ship, where I can find it, this thing here, we need to build the ship computer core, and that requires an AI persona core, which we're going to have to trade for, because we haven't had a single mechanoid ship in this entire campaign. Frankie also died, was shot in the head by a sniper. It was a one-shot kill. Well, that is very nice and humbling to hear there for Flying Fish. Like I said, I appreciate every single one of my viewers, and it's really weird having 11,000 subscribers. I never thought 4.5 years ago when I started this channel, it's nearly 5 years ago now, I guess. I never thought that I would end up with 11,000 subscribers. I know people that have been doing this longer than me and have a few hundred subscribers. And I do recognise my regular subs. I know the people that are in the channel most often. I know the people that comment on videos and attend the streams, and that is always appreciated. I also noticed that Bill's donation hasn't updated over here, which is a little bit of a pain. Let me just flick to my camera. So excuse me if you get like the whole sort of full face thing there. I'm just trying to get it to update. Now it's disappeared completely, which is fairly standard for this app. It never works quite the way it's supposed to. There we go. Now it should have updated now, but it probably won't because it's a massive pain. Just going to switch to my end slate and back again. No, it seems to have gone away completely now. Can I? There we go. Finally. Now, Bill's donation appears on there. Mad Animal. What is it this time? It's a squirrel. Wow. I don't think we're going to do anything about that. I think we'll just let it get one shot by the turrets. Really? You're gonna attack somebody? Really? Just go and get one shot by the turrets. And we've got a raid at the same time. We've got a squirrel that's self-tamed. Animals. Why would you want to tame a tortoise to release? Okay. Raid. How's that going to go? Mental break. Someone's on an alcohol binge. That's not great. Colonist needs treatment. You'll be able to sort yourself out. Raid. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got short bow, a stick, and a steel stick. Okay, that's fine. And you've got to come in through that side door. You're probably... There goes the squirrel. You're going to repair those panels. Are you guys coming straight in? You're going to hang around there for a while. That's fine. We might even get more of this wall built. So what I'm attempting to do here is I'm attempting to double build to make the wall 3 blocks thick, in the hope that they'll actually stop trying to destroy the walls. Is that ready to... No, they've not started yet. That's fine. We might even get this wall finished before they get around here. Right, they are starting their assault. Let's just make sure everybody is indoors then. There we go. That didn't take long, did it? So we'll unrestrict everybody again. The bear's eating the bodies, which I guess is fine. I'm not going to bother stripping them, but we will unforbid the weapons and stuff. My birthday was on Thursday, on the 20th. Was it Thursday? The 26th? Whatever day the 26th was. I think it was Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I did mention this earlier on the stream. It's a little bit of a weird day for me because my father actually died on my 19th birthday. I was 36. I'm getting on a bit. I'm an old guy now. I was 36 on Thursday, but yeah, my father died on my 19th birthday. So it's a little bit of a weird day because you kind of feel like, well, do I celebrate it or don't I celebrate it? I don't really know. I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm going to deconstruct these ones so we can get in there and do this first. So yeah, it is a little bit of a weird day. But, you know, you muddle through. You do what you can. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I think the thing that's strangest about it now is I realise that he's been gone for nearly as much of my lifespan as he was around for. And it really doesn't feel like it was... it really doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I generally don't use my date of birth for security questions anyway, so I'd never rely on a website that just uses a birth date for a security question, because to be honest, it's so easy to find information out about people, and particularly when you're a YouTuber. I mean, there's a certain amount of things that you try to keep secret. But you know that if you ever become a popular YouTuber, people are going to find out bits of information about you. And there are people that will go out there and they'll collate every bit of information found out about you. But, you know, I use very strong passwords for everything. I use different passwords for everything. I use email addresses that are separate from my sort of email addresses associated with unstable voltage. So any of my sort of emails that you see publicly on my website, they're not the email addresses that I use to sign up for things. But yeah, I mean, security is a very important thing. But I do try my best to make sure that I use everything relatively safely and cleverly. And I've not been compromised yet. Let's put it that way. But you know, if there's always somebody, if they're determined enough to do it, they'll find a way. So we want to try and get all of this built in. This is kind of what I'm... No, now you're going to block yourself so you can't get at this. This is what I didn't want you to do. So deconstruct that one. Build these two first. Yeah, I'm going to have to deconstruct all of this. We also want this to be a no roof area as well. Because we don't want that roofed in. This has got to be a no roof area right here. So take the roof off of that, or we're going to have some serious issues. So yeah, we'll deconstruct this, and we'll have to build this wall a bit at a time, because they're being a little bit derpy about it. And yeah, thanks a lot, JC. I did read your message there, but I was doing my usual thing of trying to read, like, 3 different bits of the chat at the same time, and I kind of got myself a little bit out of order there. So, oh, no, we need you to build that bit first. Hopefully somebody will come and build it. There we go. We're just going to do it one block at a time until we get in there. I just want to make the wall 3 thick in the hope that it will dissuade the attackers from trying to break their way through the wall. I'm kind of hoping that by making the wall thicker, it will actually stop them from doing it. Because they usually try and... they usually try and evaluate whatever the shortest path is. So hopefully by making, or whichever is the path of least resistance, by making the wall thicker, then the wall becomes more resistant. So this is kind of what I'm going for right now. So we still need to keep fixing that. We're still mining out over here. There's plenty of plasteel. We're still short of uranium. We're kind of at the mercy of the RNG at the moment, because if the game would just give me a if the game would just hurry up and give me a trader with the stuff that I needed, we'd be fine. Let's go ahead and unsuspend the limestone blocks. Because we were using quite a lot of those. Oh yeah, this is the thing. To be honest though, in the, what are we on? With the 4th video in about 3 hours of video. So I've played, what, maybe 10 to 12 hours of this game, of this particular campaign. In those 10 to 12 hours, that is literally probably the first time I've really had to micromanage the building. There's been a couple of instances where there's been like the odd 1 or 2 blocks that they couldn't reach. But that's been the first time that I mean, it was my own fault, really. Where am I lost already? It was my own fault for building the... Well, I couldn't really build the wall any further away from the geothermal because the geothermal has to go where the geothermal vent is, and the wall couldn't go any further south because of the water. But that's the first time I've really had to micromanage the construction, so I don't mind that too much. Again, it looks like we've got a lot of harvesting to do here. Right, cargo pods. We've got another new recruit. Oh, that was the guy we had. Okay, right. One thing at a time. What have we got here? Marble blocks. Yeah, we need that. So, Bri, you are going to be... Well, first of all, these all need to be set to 1. You're definitely going to be my doctor, because you are a good doctor. You can warden as a secondary thing. Growing is important. And you can haul and clean. So the doctor's basically a janitor when he's not stitching people back together. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this. We also need to have a quick look at Min's crafting now. Crafting is now at 10. This is fantastic. This means we can now make components, though I don't think we really need to. These things... Oh no, they do require components. It's the uranium we don't have. But they still require components as well. So that's fair enough. Now, did we actually manage to get any more marble out of that? No. Well, it wasn't marble, it was jade, wasn't it? But we really need to find uranium. Still, finding the plastiles is good. So yeah, we've got the new recruit. 12% chance as well for that to happen. Oh, we need to sort out your sleep pattern, don't we? So we'll knock a few hours off there because you don't need that much sleep. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to prioritise the... Oh, you guys are all coming to haul. Okay, that's fine. Scout is being attacked by a grizzly bear. What is Scout? One of the animals, surely. It is Labrador puppy. Why are you even outside? Rinnick, you're my hunter. The chances of you actually even hitting it are slim. Dog's dead. Any chance you're actually going to hit that, Rinnick? No, that was close. There we go. Melee attack grizzly bear to death. That's what you get for killing the dog. Yeah, I think the good thing is now, let's recruit you. The good thing now is that they can actually work on stuff diagonally across corners, which I don't think they could at one point in the alpha. So that's helped with the issue a little bit. So sometimes they can actually get to things from the other side of a wall. But yeah, certainly it's... but again, it's alpha. I mean, I've seen games that have... Well, I was going to say I've seen games in beta. I've seen games that have been released, games that say they're finished, that haven't been in as good a state as this game is, that's still in alpha. And I think that's a really good thing for the developer, to have a game that is so full of content and already so polished, mostly bug-free, with massive mod support, and he's still saying it's an alpha. He's still saying it's not even a beta. He's still saying it's not finished. Whereas AAA publishers will put out something that's buggy and broken with half the content missing and go, yep, AAA title, $60 please, and then continue to sell you $30 DLCs once a month for the next 6 months. looking at you, Capcom, with Street Fighter, whichever it is. Oh, another fire. We're getting quite a lot of these lightning storms. Hydroponics basin has broken down. That's not good. Orbital trade beacon has broken down. Hopefully we can fix that. We haven't got the components. Now then, we did turn this on. But did we actually set up any builds? Yes, we did. We want to do until we have 20. Do until we have 20. You've got to be skill 10 to do it anyway. Now, the only one that can do it is Min. So, Min, we will take your tailoring off and put you onto crafting. Hopefully, Min will get that done then. Again, at least the rain will put the fires out, so that's not a bad thing. More fires. Fantastic. Yeah, the rain's going to put that out. Good stuff. More plasteel. We'll keep queuing it up. There's a lot of it in there, but we have got most of it. Then I think what we'll have to do is mine out this way a little bit further and do some more tunnels up in this direction. Try and find where all the good stuff is. I've got a feeling sooner or later we're going to run into a Balrog. So, we've got to be careful there. More plasteel. Little tiny bit left. Yeah, we're short of components at the moment. So, Min. You're playing chess. Okay, well, we'll let you play chess. Now, once you've finished playing chess, cutting stone blocks from chunks. Not important. No, it's this one. Suspend. Now what are you doing? Ah, there we go. Making components, that's what we need. Now, how long does it take you to make a component? Uses a fair bit of power. There we go. Now it's using power from that. Work left. Ah, there we go. There we go. We have a component. We're just getting like one at a time? I guess we probably are. You did put one down. I saw it. Thought I saw a component go in there. Where was it placed? Or maybe she was just picking something up and didn't take the component down. Oh no, there's the component there. Replacing broken components in a hydroponics basin. So yeah, I think it's only one at a time. A battery breakdown. Good job we are making components now if we're getting all these breakdowns. Yeah, you're just literally making components now. We'll wait until that battery's repaired and then we'll go and flick the switch back on. Still a little bit of plasteel to go. I don't think we're short on plasteel anymore, though, to be honest. They don't need plasteel. That doesn't need plasteel. So, that's got its components. That's got its steel. It just needs the AI persona core. And then these have got... Okay, most of these are missing components, but they're all missing uranium. Now, we can craft components now, which is a good thing. So all we really need is to be able to... Yeah, you're going to go and grab that component. Oh no, somebody is. And you're going to repair the battery, I assume. Yeah, So let's go ahead and turn that back on. Area revealed. Well, it's not much of an area, is it? It's a little tiny room there. Wasn't really anything exciting about it. There was just a couple of internal blocks missing. They'll probably repair this beacon next. Look how much plasteel we've got now. Well, more plasteel than we know what to do with. We don't actually need more plasteel now, though. It's actually uranium that we want. Annoyingly, we had a load of it dropping cargo pods earlier, and now that I need it, I'm not getting any of it. So that's going to charge back up. That'll be fine. Again, make sure that we keep harvesting. This is the only thing I hate about having to micromanage. It seems like if I don't micromanage the harvesting, it doesn't get done. Even though I've got loads of people who are sort of set to plant cut and it's prioritised for them. Because if we look at work, plant cut, loads of people have plant cut. And the only thing this person's got above plant cut is construction. Well, we're not doing much construction. You've got nothing above plant cut apart from... Well, you've got nothing above plant cut. That should be your first job. The only thing you've got above plant cut is construct. You've got grow and hunt, which is fair enough. But yeah, they should be harvesting without me having to manually poke them all the time. Come on, give me a trader or give me cargo pods full of uranium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we've got 11 people now. And yeah, we have finished that trade beacon, which is good. So I'm guessing now most of the components that get done will just go into building the ship. But we still need that uranium. Did I just see some unroofed area there? Expand, build roof areas. All of the indoors area is roofed. I guess this can be roofed as well. And the rest of it doesn't need to be, because it's all just being mined out. Well, this is the thing. I sold a lot of the plasteel, sold a lot of the uranium to get plasteel, and now I don't need it. We've got compacted machinery though, that's good. Can't get at it at the moment. There we go. That'll give us a little bit of a kickstart. Luckily, Ben is an amazingly fast miner. Stop running off your git. His mining is 16. It does tick down though. Look at that. Progress to next level. It actually goes down. So as you get higher skilled in something, it actually starts going back the other way. That's a really weird mechanic, that I mean, I understand it makes sense that, you know, you get rusty at things, you get out of practice after a while. You're working on another component, which is fine. Yeah, components aren't going to be the issue now. There are going to be lots of issues, but components aren't going to be one of them. Omar is idle, which is fine. Can we get you to do anything else? I guess we can put you number 3 for mining, get you to do some mining if there's some to be done. One of the strips that I have in the queue to mine isn't connected properly. Oh, that one there. Yeah, well spotted. Will make an awful lot of difference, but yeah. There we go. It is now. Good eyesight there. I didn't notice that one. We're also still getting these bits done as well. Just in the hope that we randomly find something. Tortoise keeping nice and warm in the brewery room. So, I'm going to be wrapping this stream up quite soon, because it's already 20 to 2 in the morning, and, you know, I've still got to pack everything up before I go to bed. Now, what I was hoping to do on this stream, because I knew when I started, like, 3.5 hours ago, I knew that I'd pretty much done all of the research, and I was really hoping that we'd just be able to launch the ship, and we came close. Yeah, there must be some point where the skill stops going down, but I don't know what that is. I think also the higher the skill level, the quicker it degrades. So yeah, more compacted steel. So what I was hoping is that we'd be able to take off, and we can't. We can't build the ship. So what I might do is I might just play the game off screen until, because all we're doing at the minute is fending off the occasional raid and mining. So what I might do is wait until we actually, you know, I won't record it, I'll just play it. Wait until we actually find something useful, and then I might just make a couple of videos and upload them, and hopefully, you know, just the bit where we get in the ship and take off, because this is the 4th video that I've done on this, and while it's a fairly interesting game to play, and hopefully a fairly entertaining game to watch, I don't think that we can really go much further with it, with what's going on. Yeah, our researcher was, he already went down to 19 when I checked. He's now down to 17. So he's gone down from 17 to, and he's got a burning passion, but he's gone down from 20 to 17 because he's got no research to do. So remember what I was saying about dealing with raids? We've got an incendiary launcher here. That's not good. Incendiary launcher, frag grenades, sniper rifle, machine pistol. That is very bad. Everybody into area 1. And what we are going to do is I'm going to go and save scum. Just because I know how much this game hates me. One of them's already died to a trap. That's fine. There we go. They're already giving up. That's good, because he was just starting to attack the doors over here. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and unrestrict everybody. That's what we like. Was that the boomerlope in the right place? Yeah. So, Min, you can go and strip this guy. Zippy, you can go and strip this guy. And unforbid those things. Yeah, get out of here. Mental break, food binge. Pigging out on food meant it's because, again, because your sister died, but is that ever going to go away? Expires in 12 days. I mean, you are depressive. But yeah, these things, they keep saying that they're going to disappear, but they don't. It's weird. But yeah, we've basically just got to do 2 things now. We've got to keep digging until we strike uranium, or until we get a trader with uranium, or until we get cargo pods with uranium. And then we've got to basically keep playing until we either get a trader with the AI core, or until we get a mechanoid invasion. And I don't think that's going to happen, because I've got a feeling that because of the difficulty level I'm playing on, that mechanoids are disabled. Well, this is the thing now, with the exception of the few raiders that decide to bypass the traps and make their way in through the walls, it's actually become pretty... we struck Jade. Apart from having to deal with the occasional raider that gets through the walls, and this is why I've just decided, yeah, let's go and make this these walls a bit thicker. My plan is if I make the walls 3 thick, then they will consider that going through the trap is the better route than trying to take the walls out. But yeah, struck Jade. That's good. There's the Jade there. Cargo pods. Is it going to be uranium? It is not. It is camel hair. We cannot build a spaceship out of camel hair. Well, we could build a spaceship out of camel hair, but I'm not necessarily sure it'd be space-worthy. So again, loads more compacted steel. And you're going through... That was a really weird direction to take there. You both work... I was going to say, you're both working on the same row is not really going to be all that useful. But we've mined out, like, so much of the map at the back here to try and find the stuff that we need. And I'm sure you can mine uranium. I have seen it on the map. I'm certain I have. You're going to go and mine that, are you? And the wall is coming along. At least we've got some people who can do really quick construction, so that's fine. Made me laugh. The first time that Gay had her sort of break, she decided to lock herself in a room and nearly died of starvation. And this time around, she's just going on a food binge. We should probably, if possible, get that in there as well. So we're so close to getting this ship done. It literally is just the uranium and that one AI core. I almost wish the game had a faster speed that I could run on while I'm waiting for this stuff to happen. Are we going to find anything exciting? There's probably some, like, right here. That'll be the last place on the map that I ever look for something. But yeah, it's nearly 10 to 2 in the morning, so I think this is going to be an excellent place to stop. Like I said, I'd be happy to play on, but I just think that we're going round in circles at the moment. Not an awful lot is really going to happen. It's quite possible that I might get a raid or something and somebody might die. But other than that, it's just really, really going round and round in circles. Kerbal Reject Project, yeah. That's another game that I've got, actually. I've never really got into it. I mean, I think it's a fantastic game, but it's a bit too complicated for me. I even sort of watched Scott Manley's videos to try and work out what I was doing, but I guess I've never really given it enough time to sort of really get to grips with it. I probably should do, actually. I probably should go back to it, because it is a great game. But like I said, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to save here, and then I think I will play some more of this game in my own time, off camera. If anything interesting looks like it's going to happen, I'll pause, boot up my recording software, record it, and maybe edit it all together into a montage video. Like, this is the time we got raided and so died, or this is when something happened, and hopefully we'll get all the bits and pieces that we need to finally finish the spaceship and get our colony off the planet. So I'd like to thank everybody for attending the stream. It has been fantastic. One other thing as well, I do have a Discord server now. I have been advertising it a few places on the streams. Well, actually, no, I haven't. This is the first time I've mentioned it on a stream. I've been advertising it on Facebook and on Twitter and in a few other places. So if you would like to join the... if you would like to join my Discord server, I am putting a link for it in the chat right now. So that is the link to my Discord server. If you are a Patreon supporter and you link your Patreon account to your Discord account, and you do that by going into your Patreon options, if you can't find it, just go into Patreon and go to the Help Center. And there's a little section that says, how do I link it to my Discord? If you link your Discord to your Patreon and you are a Patreon supporter of mine, you will be able to get an invite from Discord automatically. And you'll also get a special rank in the Discord server that matches your level of donation. The people who support me on Patreon and don't have a reward level selected... and I'm looking at you there for Flying Fish, it won't be able to automatically add you to the group, but I can do it manually for you. I can add you to the group there. But yeah, so you can't assign a Discord level to someone who doesn't select a reward tier. That link that I've just put there in the chat is only valid for the next 30 minutes. So you'll be able to join that way. So I'm going to sign off here and finish my drink and break the green screen down and get ready to go and have a nice long sleep. So again, I'd like to thank everybody who came along to watch. I'd also like to thank those who have donated. It is always greatly appreciated. From the bottom of my heart, really thank you. Thank you so much. It makes the world a difference, and it helps me to carry on doing this, which is something that I absolutely love doing. But I'm going to end everything there. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will see you on the next stream. And until then, goodbye for now.